being very nice about you.
So
I've got badass glowing tattoos.
No, this is just.
I think I would say Michael, but Michael is eating. Who wants to give a recap of last session? I have filled in Scott in most of the stuff.
Okay,
I think,
basically, we got kicked out of the castle. They were like, go and make us some money, because we're poor and we need to fix up this house that you're living in. And so, like, okay, fine, we'll go and make you some money. So they give us this quest to go find this guy for the mystery quest.
Okay.
But it takes like a month to get there, so we're currently getting there. And on our way, we're just kind of casually sitting around. Thea's teaching me about religion, badly. I'm now convinced there's a giant dragon in the sky called the Mako. At which point we get ambushed by a whole bunch of giant, ugly, mutated mosquitoes, who then nearly kills all brutally and horrendously, and only get 60 experience points for it.
They were super. They actually I usually have the experience points, but literally each one of them only give you 25. So,
also they killed my goat.
Yeah.
One of my goats.
By the way, Scott can use longbows. I'm just putting that out there.
How?
Because he's an elf transformed into a pixie.
Maybe he can use really
And
small.
the longbow stretches itself too fit because it's a magical longbow.
Magic.
It
magically. So it's just like I know. Thal, you took it, but it was in case being a melee character, you didn't really feel like having a magical crossbow or a magical bow.
The way to being attacked by dangerous leeches, we stopped at a cabin and found a magical longbow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we pick up.
Here, would you like a bow and arrows?
Yes.
It's
Thank you.
We can say that you are tuned to them from the back of the wagon.
Okay.
Since you didn't actually use them in the fight.
Yeah.
To be fair, like you didn't actually have to give them to them if you didn't want to.
Yeah, but I'm gonna hit things with a hammer, so.
Yeah.
We are, by the way, on the way to a city called Kirk to help out. Was it?
I do.
Calder's friend Turner.
This one here.
We have no idea why he needs help. He just asked us for help.
No.
There used to be a vampire problem there, but we have been fairly well assured that they're fine.
It has been sort of
totally vampires.
Totally vampire.
So the some of your wounds healed, some of you kind of shaking off that groggy feeling of almost stepping into the beyond.
Right.
You are in a tranquil forest with the birds singing and nearby, and there's a massive dead goat. There's a goat that's.
Take over the pencil on the floor next to you.
Yeah.
There's a goat that is baying rather sadly and nuzzling into the other goat. There is
the goat's dead.
There is a few of you in the wagon. There is a tall Goliath standing looking over the goats.
Crying.
And it's off to use.
Do we have anything vaguely reflective in the wagon? Because I can feel this burning sensation on my cheek, and I kind of want to see how badly.
I forgot about that.
How well do you take care of your weapon? How well do anyone who uses metal weapons take care of their metal weapons?
Oh, very, very well. But
I'm sure you could see your reflection in you've seen the glint of maybe Althea's blades or hammer. Sorry, I couldn't remember what weapon you used. Her hammer.
Not that I've ever used it.
So maybe you could, go up and
hold
the head of the hammer.
It was you that saved me, but also set fire to my face a bit.
So, yes, the Maker did it to you.
Yes. Well, can I see what the Maker did to me?
If you ask, then absolutely sure.
Yeah, well, yes, can I see what the Maker did to me?
So you have
a right light, angle.
It needed to go anyway.
Yeah, it's a very kind of reddish mark with a deeper red, kind of almost certain lines. And
it suits you.
It's a type of burn. You work with chemicals. You know it's not as bad of a burn as it could have been. You won't scar, but it's going to peel and it's going to be pretty tender for a few days, if not close to a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
but it's
I
not
put-
scarred. But you have lost an eyebrow and some of your beard if you had a beard.
I did
Yeah.
have a beard.
Out of character, this is totally like this is your calling. And you need to just hurry up and join.
Would you like me to put
That
some?
would be quite a character.
Would you like me to put some moss on it?
Would that
Do we have a
help?
shovel in the
Would
car?
moss help?
Possibly.
Sure. Why not?
I go and bury my
Sure.
goat.
Okay. So
Okay, I'll put some moss on your face.
like literally right here.
Well, like off to the side a
You're
little
not
bit.
looking
Yes.
well,
Okay.
friend.
Um,
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
what's your strength score?
16.
So you see, I'm just gonna call you Thal.
Yeah, that was good.
Thal rushes the cart, throws over like some sort of hide-ish blanket thing, and then pulls out a shovel and just goes off to the side of the road.
So what's wrong? What,
Digging
where
a
you go?
massive hole.
I haven't seen any of this. So like, where you go? What's wrong? What?
Up there.
He says he's fine.
No, the goat, the corpse of the goat lying in the. I mean, I think be a bit tender. Probably.
Oh, I could look at the cart at this point and be like,
guys.
oh.
Suddenly, this is not the shovel, but my hammer that is in my hand. I try and look menacing, but I have no eyebrows.
What? Did I say something wrong?
I'm sure he just doesn't understand. It's just different customs.
I like
Sure, it
basically
would be very
swear
respectful.
profusely in Goliath sign language. It looks like I'm freaking waving my arms at it. It's like,
It's fair that like we don't need to hit people with hammers.
I then resume digging.
Why is he digging a hole?
It's to put the goat
Why?
so you can say goodbye to the goat.
That doesn't make any sense.
That's true, but just don't. He will probably hold his hammer again if you question it. Does that make that yeah?
Okay.
Good. Fine.
So, time starts dragging on. Like, it's a giant fucking goat, so it's bigger than a person. So it actually starts taking a while to start digging. You're
like,
strong, so you're not really
I
running
can
out of
help
breath.
with that.
That would yeah.
Do you want me to help with that?
I would be honored.
Okay. I'm gonna cast what was it? Mold Earth or something. 2 charges of that.
Yes. I think that allows you to essentially mold
Temporarily move Earth.
Is it temporary? Oh,
Actually, no. It does just let me just move it.
I think it just lets you move it.
It's
So
temporarily carved, I think.
I'll say it lets you move like a good chunk. So you've been digging maybe for about 15-20 minutes, and then he just comes and goes whoop, and digs pretty equivalent to what you've been doing, which is probably enough now to give it not a shallow grave, but obviously not a super deep grave.
cool.
So a medium-sized grave.
I put my dead goat in the medium-sized grave and start filling it in again.
Okay. It doesn't take you nearly as long to fill in.
Kind of bring the other goat. Oh yeah, is the other goat being stabilized?
The other goat is just like,
I mean, like, is it? Because it was quite badly hurt as well.
Oh, can I heal the other goat?
Yeah, that's.
Oh wait, do I
Well,
have
you could
spells
heal
left?
me.
So well,
You don't need
while this
stabilizing.
is
No,
happening,
stable.
while this is happening, this
Is it?
this
Yeah.
would be equivalent of, well, apart from for Thal, this would pretty much be the equivalent of a short rest. So it's kind of like you're doing very light activity, which means you can, if someone wants to use a use of their healer's kit, they can heal people.
Actually,
people
I think
can heal
a short rest gets me a spell back.
It gets you your beast shipping back.
It's a thing. It's a feat or something that gets.
Oh,
me.
it's part of your. Yes, that's
So it gets me
probably
a spell
true.
back. So I'm gonna use it to heal someone. So I've got a healing spell.
You can use your hit dice to
You get
heal.
to heal as well when
You can use your hit dice to heal, which means you don't necessarily need to actually use magic.
I don't actually need to roll.
Hint, hint, wink, wink.
No idea.
You
I mean,
have to make one. You still have to make one more encounter roll.
So
We want
do we get that for free? Rolling the hit dice.
Yes, the hit dice. Well, someone needs to expend one use of a healer's kit.
Oh, so, I don't think anyone has any healers.
What is it?
I do.
Doug does,
I can do
and-
healer. I can do. I have healer feet. So.
You have the healer feat as well.
I don't think I do have a healer's kit.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Healer's
Amelia
kit.
came and knocked on your door, which
Oh yeah,
you
you
heard
Yes.
sniggering down the hall where everyone thought it was going to be a booty call, but she just give you this weird kit with like herbs that smell.
Yes, I had.
I also have 2 healing potions apparently in my bag.
I think I have one too.
Oh, I don't need healed that badly. I'm only
Well,
losing, like,
yeah,
5 hit
you
points.
can-
If you get to reroll your, you
yeah,
get to roll your hit
Dara,
dice
you can
anyway.
recover.
No, you've got to spend your healer's kit for me to reroll my hit
After I
dice.
bury the goat, can I?
But I thought we
can
could
we
just
make
spend
people
one
stop for a
healer's
bit so
kit
I can
and
heal
roll
too?
the-
Because
Yes,
I'm kind
that's
of
fine.
battered.
I'm confused. I don't know.
We'll just say kind of you pretty much pull the wagon pretty much. This isn't much of a trail, like
I really
because you
so.
went up the mountain and you were heading back down. So you've pulled it off kind of the side. You've made kind of like a makeshift camp as best you can. The goat is fucking seriously depressed, by the way.
What's a
It's
depressed
bent,
goat like?
Was my hit dice 8 or 6?
Your hit dice is 8.
Oh,
Do you want a piece of paper, Dad?
Do you get any modifiers on that?
I mean,
Your hit dice, you get your constitution.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I get.
I have no idea what my con is.
Were you
I,
saying
it's just con not.
is it a charge for
con
everyone in the
proficiency.
party, or is it a
Yeah,
charge
it's
just for like one person?
at least one given.
I kind of meant it for one person.
That's what I thought.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, in that case,
Does anyone else really need to heal?
I'm at.
Not that bad.
I'm
So do I get my
roll.
hit dice from rolling? Is that something that I need to use a healer's kit for, or is that just?
Someone that has a healer's kit can expend 1 use to essentially let you use your hit dice, and you can use as many hit dice as you want without 1 use.
How many uses does a healer's kit?
10.
to begin with?
So if if Nix
Got it originally.
wants to
Yeah, cool. I'll
help Furblong,
I'll give you one.
He definitely needs the help.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I can heal as well.
a caraway, your feet would come in pretty handy here.
The healer one.
The healer one.
What does
Mhm.
that do?
So I can use an action and use 1d6 plus 4 plus their level and heal them for that.
So it would be d6 plus 6, which is by far more than anything.
Yes.
It's more than anyone but me.
Yeah.
I have 5 or
D12
7
plus
hit
So-
points depending on what my con is.
Well, you also get to roll your hit dice.
Yeah, I did. I rolled a 1.
Oh, great.
Let's say your con is 2.
Okay.
Do you actually?
Oh.
Did you roll anything low enough to have any ones? I thought you had a ridiculous character sheet that was all 2s and 3s.
Dex is definitely 1.
Oh, okay.
I don't know whether con is 2 or 3.
Just go for 2.
Yeah.
For everything apart from Dex. Right, so you're taking a short rest. People are healing up or not healing up. People have got some spells back, and use kind of. It's pretty much evening because this was kind of late afternoon, so it's almost you could rest. And the thing is that kind of encounters maybe shaking some of you more to the core than you would have liked.
I think we'd be ready for a long rest after that.
Yeah, I was gonna
yeah.
say, does a short rest have any effect on spells for bards?
No,
No.
it's long rest. With a long rest, you can again, if you wish, use use hit dice to heal. You also still need to use a healer kit for that.
Cool.
But you get half of your hit dice back. So at the end of a long rest, you'll all have 1 for definite. And if you've only used 1 during healing up, it means you'll be back at full. So, does anyone want to do anything specific or tell me what's happening in regards to camping?
I'll probably just help around the camp, make sure we're set up, build the fire, get the tents.
Oh,
up.
okay.
Uh,
Yeah. I'm gonna cuddle up with my goat and we'll cry together.
Yeah, it's kind of nuzzling into you, and it's like.
I'll get into the alchemy thing and see if I can find any helpful herbs around. Can I do research?
Sure.
Is that survival?
Is that part of the alchemy feat? Or is that just you're just searching for some
I
herbs
think I'm just
nearby?
searching it. The medallion doesn't.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You can search for some herbs. The light's dying, so it might be relatively difficult. But I'll let you search to see if you can find,
Herbs and spices.
some herbs, and
Can
depending
I
on the
help on this? Because I have insane survival.
yes, you can give him advice. So you would essentially just give Doug advantage.
Okay.
Do I have to roll for that?
No, Doug rolls twice and then takes the highest.
Oh wow. Well, 6. But the first was
Sorry.
a 3, so that was at least an improvement.
Even with Ferb Long helping you next, the light's just too dark, and your face is just stinging so bad that unfortunately you don't find anything. You do find some stuff, but none of it's really useful.
It's got some nice druidic moss on his face. It's probably fine.
Oh, did you put some moss in your face?
He offered it, so I took the.
It's cooling.
That's nice.
And when you squeeze it, some
Right.
liquid comes out. Yeah.
No one like
But that's what's cooling about it.
Yeah,
It is soothing.
good plan.
You don't know how much it'll help with the healing process, but it's helping with this immediate burning effect that you're having.
And before it gets
I
infected.
think I do have herbalism as a skill or something. Proficiency, I don't know. I'm not gonna
You
make a thing of
probably
it.
do, yeah. I think you do. You would have got it as part of your medallion, I think, anyway. But so kind of night starts to come on. Does anyone else want to do anything specific?
We quiet pray by the fire, nothing.
Okay. I want someone.
I think I was the one that rolled the scary flesh monsters.
Yeah, so
not
Michael
me.
has to roll. Michael hasn't rolled yet.
Wait, we're resting.
Am I
right?
rolling?
You're resting, yeah. You're
Can
having.
I cast healing on myself before that, just because assuming I'm resting?
Yes,
Get my
certainly.
What do I roll?
1d8 plus my level, I think. Plus 4.
So
Which healing
roll a
was that?
d6 first of all.
I think I've got.
1.
Okay.
Is it healing touch?
So
Yeah.
how does the night pass? Do you just have a watch? Do you just pretty much sleep haphazardly?
I am very much in favour of having a watch since we were ambushed before and it went very badly.
Okay. Yeah, watch is good. We'll do a couple of hours. I'll do first watch. Then done.
On a long rest, it's roughly about 8 hours, and it's 6 hours of sleeping and a few hours of light activity. So it'd be on watch, cooking, setting up camp.
Sounds like we've got enough people for that.
You said you have more than enough people for that.
That's great.
So
It's 1d8 plus your spell cast.
this night does pass uneventfully. And apart from, actually, I want everyone to make a Constitution check.
Do I have to? I don't know what my con is.
Oh my god. 3.
It's 2. It's split into every stat apart from your dex is 2.
6.
9.
Right. So you got a 9. You got a 6.
Yeah.
9, 3.
You got a 3.
Yeah.
Oh,
Michael,
dear.
what did you?
10.
That was terrible.
So with the loss of your goat, are you
Exposure
sleeping
and
anyway, Thal?
Probably. I mean, I did
Okay.
have a big ass fight. That kind of makes you tired.
So during the night,
Seems to have gone.
this
Oh,
goat
I gave yours to.
is
How could you?
baying continuously,
Oh Jesus.
and none of you get a night's rest, apart from Thal, who manages to cuddle into it and fall asleep.
What's the goat's AC? Just kidding.
No, go for it. Non-lethal attack. Knock it the fuck out.
I
I
will
hurt my
get.
goat. I hurt you.
Yeah.
You're unconscious.
So
I'm nuzzled up to the thing. I feel like even though I'm kind of asleep despite the goat crying, and the kind of sound of a goat going "Arr!" in pain would, wake me up.
That seems good argument.
Knock it out in one hit.
So you do not gain the benefits of a long rest. What is people's constitution modifiers?
0. 1.
You're exhausted. You have 1 level of exhaustion.
What's that do?
It means you have disadvantage on all
Oh,
abilities.
fucking hell, that's quite
Oh.
Does anyone have a constitution score of 0? Or is everyone above 1?
1.
Do you mean 1 or above?
0?
Yes.
Good. Then yes.
Because I don't need con.
Everyone needs con.
No, I don't.
Con is never a dump stat.
You can stay up. It makes sense for you because you lived in like
Normal ways.
Yes. So you can stay up a number of days, 1 plus your constitution before taking exhaustion. And because your constitution is 0, you can only stay up 1 day, and you need to sleep before you get exhausted. So
Like a normal fucking
you're
guy.
now exhausted, which means I want that it is in. You read it out somewhere.
I did actually, yeah.
It is you have, I believe, just disadvantage on. There you go. Disadvantage on ability checks.
Thank you. I'm so happy you gave me this.
No one went to help the goat. Goat's gonna have its payback.
I now have a vendetta against this goat. Not gonna hurt it. Just don't like
It's just
it.
going to disappear, and one day goat stew's going to be on the menu. No idea where that came
Goat
from.
stews on the menu, boys. Okay.
Our team is going to fall apart.
So,
That's the best way.
Thal, you were saying you're in the mountains.
Yeah.
You wouldn't mind having a wee trek up to the mountains to see if you can find another goat. With only 1 goat pulling the wagon moves slower than a person walking. So for this to be effective transport, you kind of need 2 goats.
I can pull the wagon.
You can transform into a giant goat.
I can
He
transform.
can't.
How
Yeah,
long for
he's
it?
not. He's not.
Oh,
able to-
he can't. That's true.
That's not long enough to be that useful.
But I can just pull it normally.
You
Yeah,
could.
it's true. We are giants.
We're giants.
So like, yeah.
It is up to you. You are essentially what would happen is we would go into another focus day, set in the mountains, which means you would roll encounters to see if perhaps you find a goat or something else, or you
Or
could
something
push
else.
on through to.
Would you guys be okay if I went goat hunting in the mountains?
I think
It is a
think-
chance to
yeah,
get.
I
It
would
is a
start,
chance
yeah.
to get more XP.
Yeah,
I think-
and also a chance for Althea to not be exhausted when we meet.
We're off to
I
go.
I think you need to convince me that you wouldn't
I
be
know.
away like
This focus day
that
will be
long.
something.
I know we'll meet something.
because I'm now exhausted
But if
and
we progress on, we
grumpy.
might meet something.
Can't
worse.
they rest in the wagon while we move?
So if people are, we'll say this: if people are in the back of the wagon moves at half speed. If no one's in the back of the wagon moves at full speed because there's only 1 goat pulling it. If you wanted the rest in the wagon, you would move at half speed. But it means you could get 8 hours sleep.
Not that relevant to this, but am I a person for this? Am I small enough to just be nothing?
Half
Does
of
the caraway count as a person? For
Yeah,
Oh,
that's true.
you
No.
definitely don't. You can even ride in the back of the goddamn goat.
Just chilling on
How,
the back of
how
the goat.
heavy roughly are you?
Right.
Have you never decided how fat you are?
I know why. I'm
T-P-P.
I'm
Each.
underweight because I didn't get fed properly in the prison.
Right, let me see. There is random tables for this, so we'll see what the
So is it
what
like
the
a,
lighter
um,
end of this of a gnome is. Adventuring.
Wait, that's what a gnome looks like in 5e? I thought that was a halfling.
I will.
It did
These
look
are
like
these
one
are
halfling.
very loose representations.
Those in Pathfinder are like blue skin and red hair. And
Yeah, no, I essentially akin
Wait, they're the wee
gnomes
free men?
to what
Anything.
we would classify as midgets. Like they're kind of a little bit like kind of World of Warcraft. They're quite stubby and like they're kind of not necessarily like fully in proportion. Whereas halflings are more in proportion. I'm just literally half a man. Where is it? Do you know what?
It doesn't really matter. I'm not planning to go in the
Well,
wagon. It was just a side diversion question.
You're going to be easily a quarter of the weight of nearly anyone else because you don't even have armor.
Yeah.
Well, you have simple leather armor.
Because
So
he doesn't
you
have
could
arms.
you could ride in the back of the wagon, no issue. But if anyone medium sized wanted to wanted to be in the back of the wagon, it would move at half speed.
Wanted to wide the wagon.
Wanted to ride the wagon. So you're going up to the hills, the mountains.
I'll be
Perhaps.
fucking grumpy as fuck about it.
Do we at least get the benefit of a short rest from that failed long rest?
Yes.
Cool.
So you could get another spell back if you wish.
Fucking go, fucking keep me up all night.
Where's the player's handbook?
Go.
I don't know. I can't remember what my spells do. So.
Okay. You can't remember what your spells do?
I don't think we.
Give me that back.
Do they have it in here?
It has it in there and it has it in there.
Yeah.
You don't need a player's handbook. That's why I've given you these sheets of paper.
Okay.
Unless you
Many
want me to
rules.
check up rules, because there's only one. So is there any conversation happening in the morning? Is people annoyed? This goat.
I mean,
That goddamn goat.
to be fair, at some point we probably should have stopped trying to sleep and, help the goat. So, I mean, I'm pissed. Also.
I
Don't
mean,
they would
I
have
think
helped
the
the
time to
goat.
help the goat was during the battle rather than during the night.
Actually, I can speak to goats. Maybe I should have talked to it.
There. It's okay.
You can always talk to it.
I'm gonna go up to the goat, and speak. He can't speak back. I'm like, it's
It can?
okay. No, he can't, because I can't understand it. I can only speak to
Are
goats.
you-
I can't understand them.
What are you casting?
It's not casting anything. It's a verbal trait.
Oh, okay.
So you can give commands to animals, but they can't.
Yeah, and we go up to him and be like, it's okay. Everything dies. One day you will die too.
And it goes up
Can you
the
please tell that goat?
it
like,
goes up
seem
the stall and it
distasteful?
like nuzzles even closer in, like it wants the good feeling of your hands on the back of its neck, on the ruff.
Does it
Right.
does it say like how are you making like silly goat noises or?
I have no idea.
Probably speaking some sort of weirdish kind of boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, it's fine.
And through the magic of the druids, it's kind of passing it along.
Yeah, it's that Cliff Bite is its company. I will go and find another goat in the hills.
How long is that going to take?
Depends if there are any goats nearby, doesn't it?
How's your animal tamer skill?
I'm proficient in it. I think. Yeah. So I have a +2 to animal handling.
Will it,
I've got
will it
the animal
shut up the
friendship
other one if you
skill,
find
so
a
I will
spare?
Come with you on this trip.
I think we're all going.
Okay.
Well, except possibly up there.
I mean, someone needs to stay with the wagon and
We're taking the wagon.
Well, it's a
with
mountain
us.
wagon.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. We're going on a goat hunt.
If we find a new goat, will it shut the other one up?
Eventually.
You look at it, it looks like a tear's forming in the corner with a little weird goat eye.
You're really
I am
making
true
fun of
neutral for a reason.
As we travel, can I search for some kind of herbal drug to give to this goat?
You basically want to make it high.
Yes.
I want
You-
to make it fall asleep tomorrow night.
You would make a wisdom herbalism kit check. So it would be 2 plus. It would be a d20 plus 4 because it's your wisdom plus your proficiency. Your wisdom's probably 3,
Oh,
so it'll be
that's
plus
terrible.
5.
Yeah, nothing. I've got a 9.
Okay. You do find some stuff, but nothing that you think would be handy. Some stuff you think might poison it.
Important question. Do we find a goat?
So, this is now essentially a player chosen focus day. So I need someone to roll me a d6.
3.
Okay. So the morning into the afternoon passes quite uneventfully. You kind of get out of the forested trees and more into the kind of the craggy mountains. And even the goat, even with the wagon, is having a bit of trouble. So the wagon slips at one stage and there's a bit of that panic sets in. Are you sleeping in the back of the wagon?
I don't think so. I think I'm too mad at it.
Okay. And you get into the well, and the weather starts getting very cool the higher up you get. And it's kind of imagining like the kind of highlands, when you get into the proper highlands where you just see mountain, and then you get over the top of that mountain, you see more mountain. And then you're travelling around a bit, never going too far in, kind of just doing some kind of loops around the mountains to see if you find anything. You do see a lot of different other kind of wildlife. Again, in the distance you see some giant birds, which you assume is either hippogriffs or griffins. But you don't find any goats. And the afternoon spawns, and I need someone else to roll me a d6.
Do you want to do it? Some short adventure? Is there any way I can use survival to try and track the goats?
5.
We'll deal with that d6 first. I need you to roll a d12.
Not multiple dice.
8.
That means monsters.
It might mean goats.
8 goats.
8 angry goats.
I
There's a
need you to
D1
roll me a d100, please.
Oh god.
That one of those entries in the
100.
table is a goat.
I don't have a percentile, is it?
Some of the other ones might be goats as well.
22.
No one is, isn't it?
Oh, there it is. 2 little ducks, 22.
So you're coming along the side of this, kind of steep, very steep mountain, and you're kind of circling around it. You're having a look out. Furblong is kind of is that right?
No.
Sake. This is the way you looked at me. I was like, did I get it right?
No, I was just worrying. I was like about 4.
No, you're kind of muttering. I could track a goat. I could track a goat. I could track a goat. And then, as you roll the dice, you notice, Thal, you're keen-eyed for a goat. You notice, really quite strangely, what seems to be a set of cut stairs on the side of this mountain.
Hey, stairs.
That's unusual. This kind of rock doesn't normally do that.
No.
Creature.
Shall we go up the stairs?
The stairs are only wide enough for, possibly like,
Not the wagon.
not the wagon definitely, but they're wide enough for 2 abreast of smaller creatures. For you and Furblong, it would be one abreast.
It doesn't look like this is a goat path.
All paths are goat paths. Even things that aren't paths are goat paths. That's why people have goats.
So definitely go up here if they wanted.
Yeah, but it's not like a goat path.
Goats are not limited to goat paths. Goats
Yeah,
go
but-
where the fuck
But
they
you
want.
can
'cause
track
they're
goats on
biatch.
goat path.
What?
But cool stairs.
Have you seen any goats?
No, not yet.
The cliff that the stairs are going up, would there be another easy way to get up it that wasn't following those stairs exactly?
It's not necessarily. It's not like essentially like a straight cliff. It's just a very
Is it like
steep mountain. You could climb up it if you had like climbing equipment and pittons and everything like that there. Otherwise, and even
No.
these stairs themselves, they're super steep.
Okay.
They're like that, the bit in Return of the King, whenever they're climbing up and
Mhm.
Gollum throws all the lambus bread down, and you're like, how the fuck did anyone ever climb them stairs? It's like that.
Am I doing pillars?
How far up
to
does it
get
go?
from each one?
Roll me a perception check.
Perception is wisdom, yes?
Yes. You're probably proficient in it, so
I'm fairly
take
sure.
plus
I
5.
don't think I'm proficient. in
Oh.
perception.
You are.
14 or 15, depending if you're proficient or not.
You below 15? 14 or 15?
I don't know if I'm proficient or not, but if I am, then it's 15.
Okay, we'll just say 15. So it goes up about 90 feet, and then you can't see where it goes. It seems to kind of just go over a wee crest.
It's not that high. Just up there. Go up.
See what's there?
Yep. Okay. Does anyone want to stay by the wagon?
Yes, I'm not claiming that.
Okay.
Unless you want to carry me.
Don't get eaten by wolves.
Take care of Cliffbiter. He is
I'm sure I will.
If Cliffbiter is not here when I get back, you will not be here. By here, I mean in this plane of existence, because you will
Yes,
be
yes,
dead.
yes. I hear you, giant man. Go up your hill.
I go my hell.
So you start going up it, and Paul, as soon as you start trying to go up the stairs, you hear this rumbling, and Cliffbiter is trying to walk up the stairs with the wagon.
Fine.
Hey, Cliff Fighter.
No, Cliffbiter, who can come? I unhitch Cliffbiter from the wagon.
Okay.
Why did the dumb one survive?
And it tries to go on the stairs, gives up, and just kind of zigzags up the really steep mountain. And it's probably doing it easier than you. Well, you guys are fine
I live
because
in
you are
these
over
frickin' mountains.
7 foot tall.
Yeah.
You're
assume-
flying.
I'm just flying, yeah. Let's fly up the stairs.
Are you even bothered going?
I'm gonna ask anyone.
Would you
would
like a
I
piggyback?
would like a.
Yeah.
I think more of a shoulder thing would work better, to be honest.
I'm
than
gonna
a
have to like
piggyback.
basically crouch down or basically lie on the floor. For you
I'll,
to be able to
I'll,
get
I'll
up and
climb
jump
up
them.
one step so I can more
Yeah.
easily get onto your
It's more like 2, but you still do it. So you jump on the back. You're strong enough to be able to carry such a meek and innocent creature that you're probably enjoying. It reminds you of the days of youth.
This has made
which
my
wasn't that long
bad day
ago.
a teeny bit better watching this.
So you go up the 90 feet and then the stairs just suddenly end and there's nothing. It breaks off and you can just see like the mountain goes down.
What a
Just
nice
stares up to a
spot.
random summit.
It's not even a summit. The mountain still goes up, but there's no more stairs carved in. It's just literally they just end.
Can I do a perception check or something?
Certainly can.
Perceive things.
I mean, if
Yeah.
this was Dark Souls, I'd be slashing a wall right now.
What's my perception?
It's literally like so it goes up and then there's maybe like a couple of stairs gap,
21.
and then you can see kind of like
If there's something, he's probably
goes round and
Yeah.
then it goes up. So
I've
did you
got
get
21.
so you're just kind of looking around.
Just mainly.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Well, that's what perception is. You're kind of just
Yeah,
looking
just
around.
just looking, see if there's anything.
You got over 20
Yeah.
from this height. I will let you roll in the random encounter table again.
Okay.
When you're looking, you can't see anything obvious in regards to why these stairs are here.
Mm-hmm.
They just seem to abruptly end.
It's a goat spotting spot.
If you did want to do anything else, you could try different things, but you can roll with an above 20 from a high enough distance. You can roll on the encounter table again.
What did I do for that?
So roll a d12.
That is this one. This one.
It's the mini D20.
Yeah, don't get an 8. No, that's not D, is it?
No.
That's a
It's
D10.
It's the mini
It's that-
D20.
yeah, there you go.
11.
Nice.
So-
So,
party.
On-
the carnivorous stairs of Verboom.
on another mountain, slightly further away, you do see what appears to be some very small figures moving. It's kind of hard. 2 of them do look bigger than the others, and when you do point it out to the others, pretty much everyone used to are like they're goats. They have to be goats because of where they are in the mountain, and they're kind of moving along. It would maybe take a few hours to get there, and light is getting rather dim, but you could probably get up to it before nightfall.
Can we? Please.
I don't know. I feel like we should stay in the nice goat spotting spot until daytime.
Yeah.
It is daytime. There are goats over there.
Yeah,
Look.
but it's daytime for like another 20 minutes.
Why
Well,
are
you
they all
can see
standing
the
on top of those
goats now.
stairs
We
talking
should
to each
go.
other?
I'm like, goats, go down the stairs.
Can I
Goats,
tap
goats,
like
goats.
the sheer cliff face next to us at this point just to make sure it's not hollow?
Solid as a rock.
Can I?
Because it is a
roll-
rock.
I'm not sure if it'd be investigation or perception to see how new these steps look. I kind of want to see if they're still in progress.
That would be an investigation. What is your background? You're not the archaeologist. You're sorry.
I'm not an archaeologist. No,
Shopkeeper.
I had a shop.
That's fine. Roll an investigation check.
Are the steps an item?
No.
No. Cool. I get to double things on those. 11.
They look weathered. You have no idea what that means in regards to that. Like, you're not, you're not a dwarf. You're not a builder. You're not a stonemason. You're
Right, probably not last week.
No,
I
probably
know
not
some
last
other
week.
time.
Yeah, at some stage these were built. So Thal, you're kind of thundering down this rather steep cliff set of stairs, and the goat is rapidly following you.
Can we go after it?
I'm now an expert in athletics, so I'm like super
Debating
nimble and
staying
stuff.
here. Is there any
Oh,
kind of
God damn
like
it, I'm gonna be
scrub brush
stuck.
or anything?
Maybe not. Actually, no, there would be, because there would probably be a bit of liquid have formed here. So there's maybe some very kind of like, you know, maybe rocky moss or, and maybe like bush type thing, but not an overly like bushy bush. It's like, you know, thistleish.
I'm
Not
gonna
bushy bush.
gather as much crap as I can, and then I'm gonna set it on fire and leave.
Can I say that I jumped onto his back before he ran down? Or
No.
am I too late? Go.
No, so you're just sitting at
Fucking
the top,
Stuck at the top.
and you set this fire. You
And then
can
I
always-
go down.
Okay.
Do you let him go on your back before going down?
Yeah, if you want.
Yes, no, I definitely don't want to climb down.
I've heard
that.
stories of signal fires, and I thought it was a cool idea.
Okay. So you lit a fire. I will make a note of that.
I hope they come back soon.
He's back.
Yes,
He's already back and moving.
Helping past
Oh,
you.
wait. Oh, you're going back the way. I thought you were going forward
No,
the way.
yeah.
Well,
down
no,
the
the cliff.
stairs.
Yeah, it's another mountain that has the goats on it.
Yeah, so he
But I
has
thought
to,
the mountain was beyond you.
no, but he has to essentially go back down the stairs and then you have him push on
In
forward.
that case, I could actually go.
Like, it's a fairly sheer cliff. I don't think you'd want to go down the non-step side, right? That would be a
No.
climbing
No,
check.
that would be a climbing check, and you don't even have the equipment to do it.
Wait,
Really?
climbing? This is
It
It would be athletics.
Okay.
Oh,
Climbing
I mean, I'm plus
No, no,
7
it's
in
Pathfinder.
athletics. I would probably be okay, but
What if you make a mistake?
yeah.
I've got -1. That wouldn't go well.
In athletics.
Yep.
With disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
Yeah, don't climb in it.
Yeah.
Maybe you.
Why do I get to go up the stairs?
Okay. It is kind of getting darker, even as you're kind of just going down this thing, and when you look back up in a thing, you
Wait.
can now see this reflecting light shining off the side of the mountain.
Wait. We all need to rest. We're getting exhausted. We can't keep chasing this goat.
Well, you guys
Or-
can. I mean, at the risk of #splitting the party, I could just run up, grab the goat, and then come back.
It is at least an hour travel or so away. So if you got into trouble, you would be by yourself.
I'm currently so
I have
tired. I'm not
Cliff
even
Biter with me.
complaining anymore.
Oh my god.
If you wish to.
Right.
Does anyone gonna come? I'm gonna go.
If we can't
Normally
persuade you to
talk
not
a
go,
lot
I'll come
more
with you.
than-
Yay! Hop on! I have a buddy, and I don't know, fly guy can like perch on me or something, or on the goat.
I'm sure. Well, are you going as well?
No, I think
No, I'm
I've just about passed out.
I'm gonna watch my signal fire, see if something magical happens.
Okay.
Please don't
so,
punish us.
If he doesn't punish us,
Right.
he's doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So use.
I don't feel great about this, but I
We'll
don't
wait
want to
until
just
Scott
let
comes
you
back in to see what he does. But
On your
Thal and Nyx, you head off with
Do you leave the wagon behind?
the wagon has to stay behind.
Yeah,
us.
right, that's it.
On that, well, you could attach it to.
I could, but that would be kind of addictive. That gives us nowhere for him to sleep.
Did we
Okay.
persuade the goat to stay behind?
The goat's not leaving his side.
Oh, fuck.
You can pretty much tell that's. You could try. You can always try. It's D&D. You can always try, but it would be hard to get the goat to stay behind.
We're gonna need to
And
get
Thal
two
would know
more
that
goats
just
soon.
instinctively.
Yeah, fair enough. We had one goat problem, and now we may have two.
Okay.
Before you throw monsters at us, can I say that we built a fire and tipped the wagon on its side as a bit of shelter?
What?
Okay. Are you gonna wait until they've gone?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
I mean,
so-
even I'll be like,
So Thal
What are you
and
doing?
Nyx,
Defensive
a car
structure.
away.
Yes.
Thal and Nyx are going towards this other mountain
Okay.
to try and get a goat.
Yes.
And Furblong and Athea are staying here with the wagon.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do?
I'll go with them to go get the goat.
Okay. So, you know, Caraway.
Sounds a bad-
What
sounds
an aggressive party
Yeah.
we are!
A Caraway is
Two bars
finding it
again.
probably like a super easy time. Maybe sometimes you're just like lying on the back of this giant goat. The giant goat is going with you.
Of course it is.
And we'll deal primarily with these guys first, and we'll go back to yous. Okay. So yous travel. It is getting darker and darker.
Great other
But
character lined
the
up.
further you go, when you turn back, you can indeed see
You've got great stats.
a signal fire,
Which is
which is
actually
shining
useful.
brighter and brighter as it gets darker and darker. as you are traveling further and further away.
Well done.
Yeah.
They're not right beside it.
No, we're far away, as far as I remember.
You're 100 feet down
Hashtag
on
hippogriff
the only trail around this steep mountain.
Oh well, fair enough.
So if anything wants to get that signal fire, it will more than likely find its way onto your trail. But anyway, we're dealing with these guys first. So you're approaching.
I'll not be happy.
You're
New
walking.
quest for new wagon.
You're walking for about an hour, and it's specifically tough going for you next. Like you've got short legs, and this is getting craggier and craggier.
I mean, I might ask the goat.
Yeah, or I'll give him a piggyback. It's cool.
Well, either or really, and it would make your day a lot easier.
Yeah, sure. Hop on.
So you get to the bottom of this really quite steep crag in front of you, and you can see the goats have been nimbly moving their way forward. You can see that there's 2 giant goats and 4 what seem to be medium-sized goats or normal goats. But now they are quite a distance up. Maybe make a perception check.
How many?
Can you
feet
get,
away
like,
are they?
all
I
the
will
6
tell you in a
little
second.
goats and have them called like
You can
Dasher
make a
and
perception
Prancer.
check.
8.
Oh, not good. Where's perception?
Oh,
15.
Okay.
15.
Good to have you with us.
Yeah, 10.
Okay. It's far, and the light getting darker, it's kind of getting harder to see. A car away, these goats are like about 200 feet up.
Cool.
And this is very craggy, so it would be difficult terrain, and plus you might need to make a few dexterity saving throws as trying to climb up it. You can fly.
Yes. Can I just fly up and see if I can try and persuade one of them?
Or I might just ask the goat to see if he can persuade one of them.
Can you speak goat?
It's like,
Ba, 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 ba.
actually, that's the point. There's a risk that I'll just lose a goat, but still.
Wait,
You might just join
Just
the goat
run off.
from you.
In that case, well, I'll just accept it and move on with my life. But be sad.
Oh, we move the wagon.
Well, we're obviously not going to have a wagon anymore. They'll suck for me
Don't worry, it'll
too.
be destroyed by the time you get back.
Probably.
quite possibly. I think this may be a very unsuccessful session.
There we go.
You can go up it.
Mind you, I
It's
think I
not.
said climbing was athletics, not dex anyway.
Yes, it is athletics.
Cool.
So
Yeah, I'm a climb.
Oh, that's where's
You can use if your acrobatics is higher, you're essentially just going to be perhaps
Oh, athletics is
more
higher.
showy
That's
in regards to it.
weird.
Like you can use either athletics or acrobatics in this situation to get
Yeah.
up the crag. You're not using a climbing kit or anything like that there.
Cool.
So.
Yeah. Me and Cliffbiter he ain't called Cliffbiter for nothing.
Okay. So
Yeah,
you,
alright, let's go for this.
you start heading up, and Akara, you're just flying.
Cool.
That was meant to be more of a question than a statement, but
Oh, well, I'm flying.
Yeah, of
I'm going to
course.
fly. I mean, I'm not going to not fly. I'm
Um,
not going to try climb up
I'm
it. It's
happy
like,
to climb
it's
up,
like a
but
foot
are
tall.
you happy to sort of like throw me up a bit?
Yeah,
To
sure.
points that are just too large for me
Okay.
to reach.
so after about 50 feet, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. You're fine.
I mean, I'm fine, right? Yeah.
19.
21.
Okay.
Wait, where's dex? Dex, yeah, 19.
And the
Oh, sorry,
goat,
19.
the goat's just fine because it's a fucking goat. You just both slip a little bit, but you kind of find your footing okay, and there's only a little bit of shield kind of rumbles down. You just keep on going up, and this is tough going. This is hard because you're essentially climbing up this very unstable ground. After another 50 feet, you seem to be about halfway. I need you to make another dexterity saving throw.
Oh, that's not
17.
good. Wait, is this? So this is just plus dex, not athletics.
It's your saving throw.
Yeah,
Your
okay, so
saving
7.
throws. So about 100. That's 7.
Oh, sorry, no, it's not 7, it's 9.
Oh, so much better. Still below 10 though. So as you're kind of climbing up this shield, you all of a sudden step on this. You think it's going to be you think it's a big piece of stone, so it must be dug in. You step on it. Oh shit. And you just start sliding down this shield.
Okay.
It isn't low enough that you fall off, but you're now sliding down and you're getting faster and faster as you go down.
How far away am I from the others?
Even right now, roll me a d20 to see how far you get before anyone can recognize what's going on.
18.
Okay, and you are 18 feet away before anyone even sees you. You're flying down this.
Yeah. Okay.
How heavy are you?
Too heavy for you to carry.
I mean, I have mage hand, but I was wondering if it was
It's
too
like
heavy.
More than 4 pounds.
And I said we were gonna die. Sounds like Doug's gonna die.
I can carry 10
It's not
pounds.
looking fantastic. Do I have anything useful for this situation?
You all see him just start
You
flying.
have
down.
like any kind of sword
I mean,
or dagger or
There
something?
seems to be
Yeah, I
literally
mean, I'm
nothing
going
you
to-
can do about this. He is falling down a cliff.
Right, I'm gonna try and stab my
Why
dagger
did
into the
we
cliff
rope
to
ourselves
get
together?
some-
That would have been like sensible.
Yeah. You're going to try and stab something in to slow down.
Sure, well, if we rope ourselves together, great for me if I fall, but
If you fall,
Just don't.
So you're going to try and slow yourself down.
I'm gonna try and slow myself down by sticking a dagger.
Okay,
into the
I will let
gravel.
you make a dexterity saving throw with advantage.
That 18 would have been. Oh my god!
I said with advantage.
Yeah,
that was.
I rolled twice.
And you got an 8.
You got 5 and
I
a
got
3.
5 and a 3.
You're dead, mate.
You are picking up more speed. You think
Have I still got my dagger at least?
your dagger's.
Yeah, alright.
As soon as you put your hand in, the dagger just gets caught and it flies away, and you're now going backwards. You think this is going to hurt. You have essentially roll me another d20 to see how far you've got.
1. I rolled
Okay.
a 1 this time.
So
That's good.
the dagger somehow did manage to slow you down. Really, you should just be moving like 50 feet at a time, but the dagger did slow you down, so you're not just 1, but you are maybe only an extra 5 feet, but you're spinning. And you can see this maybe about 25 feet away from where you are. This is difficult terrain, so if you wanted to try and do something, you move in half movement, so you're going to have a hard time catching up with him. But also the area has now become destabilized, so again everything is going to be more difficult because the shield is now avalanching.
How much shield can one gnome?
Make
That is how avalanches work.
Make an intelligence check,
Oh,
Thal, with advantage.
okay. 6.
Okay. You do not remember some life-saving advice you could shout out at this moment. You might not even do that, because the thing is, this is his test. He is now in the mountains, and he is failing at being mountain
That's a good
man.
point. Yeah, he's failing. He's failing at proving his worth.
Weakness.
Being a bard, I will let you also make the same check, but at disadvantage.
Oh, for
The
fuck's
one good
sake, that's
goal.
my one good. Was that an intelligence check?
It was.
6.
You're just spinning so hard. Everything just feels like it's literally coming out of your head. You've heard stories about people surviving in the mountains, but you can't remember anything.
Can I just
How is everyone
try and get
watching
into a
that?
nice zen, relaxed state and
Enjoy the
I'm
ride.
I'm gonna hit myself hard, but at least like it will do the least damage it can if my body.
Okay.
Is relaxed.
Well,
You might be happy if
is
the
a
brain
car
damage.
is there anything you're wanting to try?
I literally don't think I can do anything.
You can fly to keep up with him at least.
Yeah, I mean, I'll
Shout
try
of
that.
encouragement.
Can I use Mage Hand at all in any way to slow him down?
Let's see.
Sort of like pull up my, or at least like stabilize.
Yeah,
my
a little bit or something.
You could use it.
You can use it to definitely stabilize him. You can
Okay.
definitely get it. You can definitely
Okay.
get it so he's no longer spinning.
Right,
Right,
and then
okay.
I will try and stab my rapier in.
Okay, do I need to roll for that or?
No, you're just doing
Just
it.
doing it,
You're
okay.
essentially that's your action.
Okay.
Like you've moved down, and your action is essentially you've summoned Mage Hand, and you're like just trying to hold him, and it's bouncing off him a little bit, but it's somehow managed to get him stationary. I want you to roll actually a d20. If you get it below a 10, he's backwards. If you get a 10 or above, he's forwards.
Oh no, I don't.
I got 10.
He is forwards.
Okay.
He is forwards.
Cool.
So you're at least seeing your impending doom as the dark ground is getting closer and closer.
Like I did with my dagger, can I stab the rapier in?
Yes, you can make a dexterity check with advantage.
I feel sorry for the guys with a sharpened them.
Oh, thank fuck. 20.
Okay. You stop and you fly forward. You take some damage.
Some damage.
I think I deserve that.
But it is not as much as you would have if you hit the ground. So you can at least be thankful for that.
It's just 3d10 instead of 2.
You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as you skid an extra maybe 10 foot, so you're back at the 50-foot mark. And it is sore. You've got this burn, and now you've got all these small cuts from shield, and your heart is probably pounding, so it seems like it's even worse. There's like more blood.
I think it's probably time to give up this. I'm going to start climbing down.
No, hey! No, we got so fucking close, you get up that hill! I'm not coming, you get
Okay,
up.
fine.
Mountain man.
Fine, Mountain Man keeps climbing with his goat buddy.
Like an inordinately mad jar about it.
Okay, you at least probably have the sense not to move, so things
Yeah.
calm down, which means you're no
Well,
longer
yeah.
disadvantaged.
I've lived in the mountains my entire freaking life. This is my thing.
So roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh shit, I lost
9.
my dagger, I need to roll
9.
out.
Do you not have any dex save?
No, I don't have dex. I have lots and lots of strength, and I thought you...
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I have bajillions of strength.
You can make an athletics check.
Oh. 24.
Okay. you scale up the next 50 feet, seemingly a lot easier than before, because you were making the wrong check. But anyway, it led to some hilarity. And Doug taking some. Nick's taking some.
I think that was better for him than...
No, it's the same. Athletics is 3 and Dex is 3.
Yeah. So you've got your last stretch, and you can see, thankfully, some of the giant goats just sitting there, about 50 meters away. So it's your last kind of check to get close enough. And Cliffbiter is following you as well. So you need to make one last athletics check to get up to the goats.
15.
Okay, 15 is just about enough to do it. Like it's slipping and sliding in this part. It's now getting quite dark. This is taking you probably the better part of an hour. Just this small climb, even though it took you probably about an hour to get here. And even, well, maybe more Nicks can see that there is still a waning fire.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's fading. But because it's
And
so
they hear
dark.
screams in the distance.
Can
we see the
Foreshadowing!
fire?
well, yeah. But it's
It's a burning wagon
or-
below
Yeah,
the burning
it's
signal
not-
fire.
It's not.
Foreshadowing?
It's not overly massive yet, though that might be Redcon depending on what they do. So you're now you see this goat, and Cliffbiter's like, and you're kind of like stabilizing yourself on him. He's like nuzzling into you, and there's this other goat, and it's like trotting along a wee bit.
So, kind of, like, you start to edge towards him, kind of bring Cliffbiter with me, so kind of using the great giant techniques of going burp, 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 burp.
What are you trying to do?
So right now, just trying to get close to the goat without it getting scared off.
You can pretty much do that. You're kind of used to at least being around goats, so you know their kind of sensibilities, and you manage to get relatively close to it, maybe within about 10 feet.
Okay. Kind of sort of nudge Cliffbiter a little bit towards the goat. Just like, come on, tell him I'm a cool dude. Tell him I'm a cool dude. I'll kind of go like start following Cliffbiter if Cliffbiter goes.
Okay. So Cliffbiter kind of steps a bit forward. It's like burr, burr, and as I watch another goat, and then starts eating some of the moss around the rocks and licking the rocks as well, and like looks back at you like.
I'm kind of following him. It's like burr.
Licking your own rocks.
Yeah.
Kind of,
the
come
most
on.
awkward thing anyone's ever seen.
So you spend maybe about 10 minutes doing that.
How close am I to the goat now?
Yeah, you're within 5 feet of the goat and Cliffbiter. So you've got goat, you, Cliffbiter, and Cliffbiter keeps on looking at you and then following the goat.
I get out a rope.
Okay.
You're gonna go full rodeo on this thing.
I mean,
Wait.
it's not preferred.
No.
Did you make your way down?
Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna say that while he's doing this, I am going carefully down.
Okay.
And if I've done that, then I'm gonna start setting up a camp somewhere near the bottom because it looks like we're not getting further than here.
We'll deal with that looks like in a second, but we'll deal with this first.
I see if I get within range to kind of start petting the goat.
Okay, you're within range to pet it, yeah, within 5
Okay,
feet.
I kind of do the whole thing you do. You do the whole look, smell my hand. It's a perfectly safe hand, and then start petting it.
Make an animal handling check.
I imagine you're just watching this whole thing like, what the fuck's he doing?
I'll be.
You punched the goat.
Oh no, something bad.
Yes, you go to stroke the goat, you slip, and you punch the goat.
What is with this session?
We went on the quest to get a goat. Of course, everything's going wrong.
Yeah, I mean that is way harder than the leeches, and we struggled with them. Sorry, not leeches. What were they?
You go to pet it, it
Mosquitoes.
goes "Brrr!" and it looks like it's going to try and attack you.
Is this still difficult terrain?
Oh yep, and this is going to be bad because you're precariously placed. But luckily, Cliffbiter's there to help you.
Yay!
So this goat turns round and kicks you with its back feet, and it's pretty solid boot. You take.
Oh, it's going hilarious with that one.
Screw it, bang
You
on
take.
market
You
this time.
fuck me. You take 8 damage, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw with advantage because Cliffbiter's right there. And this time it is a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, down the mountain.
You just
Sorry.
tumble over Cliffbiter and start sliding down this mountain.
It's okay, you're a bard, you've got healing, right?
I do.
That'll be fine.
So-
Could you not, I don't know, a German Shepherd? Is that, is that alright?
Another goes at a market somewhere.
Yeah.
Fuck this.
So you start sliding down. You get about 50 feet, and you're traveling faster than he was, so that's why you're at 50 feet already. You can make a dexterity saving throw to try and stop yourself. What is it?
It is a 10.
So you slow yourself down, but you're still gonna. You've essentially remembered that life-saving technique, spread. But there's all these little bit of shield that are sliding and cutting you, so you do still take 6 damage, piercing. You could be raging at this point.
I think I am raging at this
Yeah, so
point.
you took 3.
Fucking
Jeez.
go.
In character, out of character.
Yeah.
Both.
So
Go.
just so we can get to these two, are you thinking that you're wanting? Well, do you know what? We'll just cut it there. That's where we'll cut
Yeah.
there. And then
If I survive to the bottom of the mountain,
oh no,
I'm
you've
not.
stopped.
Oh.
You've stopped, and that's why you essentially took the damage from getting cut. But we'll cut there, and we'll go back to these guys. So they've walked off, and it's starting to get darker, and you have the wagon.
I've tipped the wagon over.
Wait, if you're going to be turning the wagon over, I'm just going to be like, that the giant's going to be really, really mad at you if you do that.
It's okay. It makes it safer. And then I'm going to sit with my back to like the bottom of the wagon.
I want you to make a strength check to see if you tip the wagon.
I've said my word, I'm not saying anything else, and I'm going to bed.
I've at least got +2 strength. I don't know anything else. to get extra for being giant. Oh no, I don't manage to tip it over. I
So
try.
you're like, and you maybe slide it slightly, but
And then like, okay, that's
Yeah.
fine.
it doesn't really get that far.
I just get my bedroll and curl up.
Where are you
Put the
getting your bedroll? Putting it.
Somewhere near the wagon, probably like right
Okay.
next to it, or like under it or something.
Okay. And so it's getting darker and darker, and this fire.
I'm gonna make another fire.
You're gonna make another fire. Okay, you managed to find some shrub brush and things. It's not as big as that one, but it is. It's decent enough for light. And then a couple of. I want you to roll me. I will roll
Are
actually.
you like Moss from the IT crowd? Let's put the fire with the other fire.
Okay. So
To your fire department.
a few hours
Fire,
pass,
fire.
and you hear like
Echoing in the hill.
and essentially you're now at the point where they're sliding down and shit.
Did that wake me up, or am I like killed?
The rocks.
If you
do
went to
so
bed
loud
like pretty much when
today.
you
I
said,
did.
make me a perception check at disadvantage.
I hope it doesn't wake me up.
If it does, you can go back to sleep.
7,
You're not going to hear it.
15.
You're not going to hear it.
7.
No, you sleep soundly.
Fucking
but
great.
Furblong, what are you doing? Are you going to bed as
I'm on
well?
watch. At some point, I'm gonna wake this one up so they can be on watch.
Okay. So the night is getting darker and darker and darker.
Good thing we have all these fires. What's that?
It's okay. Fire repels wild animals. Everyone knows that.
What are you doing when you're on watch? Are you actually watching out for stuff, or are
Yeah.
you just okay?
I grew up in the wild. I can do this.
I want you to make me a perception check, please.
I don't know why I just assumed
Your
Furbolg
perception
explore,
should be
like,
plus
bodies
4.
of all the animals and shit.
I mean, we are. We also kill them.
For Christ's
Oh my
sake.
god! What is with these dice? I'm gonna roll the other ones.
I have to
I'm gonna
roll
choose.
something.
The
You know,
black
see the
ones
dice
from
that
now
Craig gave you guys are all weighted. Every single one is weighted.
Cursed, I tell you, cursed.
See, I had a few good ones when I was climbing up. It was only when I actually got
Oh,
to
wow,
the goat
that
that all
had
went
even-
wrong.
That was excellent.
Okay, it didn't matter, so the one was still higher. So you
We'll go
are.
tracking
My
again.
perception was plus like.
I'm fucking
4.
I'm going to market.
What was it?
Someone will have a
So it
goat
was
at
a
a
1,
market.
so
Oh.
5 total. There's no way I could see anything.
We do actually have some money.
Yeah.
Athea is
Spend all my
snoring
money.
quite soundly in the back.
And
And whenever you look over, you
I
can
just
almost
sent
see
the
like a
pigeon.
faint glow. You're just like, oh, must be the fire shining off the white stuff.
Althea's glowing.
A little tiny bit, but you think it's just the fire.
Okay.
And then
So busy looking at me sleeping that you haven't noticed what's fucking going to kill us.
This is going to be painful.
what's your AC? I know
11.
your AC.
What's your AC?
11, I think. It's not my thing. Am I going to one-shot die? Because I can roll a new character.
I thought there was a good chance one or both of us would one shot die, so you know.
Yeah, I
I,
thought it was a
I
really
knew it would
good
be
chance
safer
I
to go
was
with
about
you
to
guys, but I
die.
didn't.
See, with your help, you can speak
Uh,
goat. You'd
you
be
would-
like, hey, these guys are cool. You get lots of free food. And
Like,
And
go
you
on
wouldn't need your
adventures and
character
shit.
sheet because
to
he'll
get
be
within 30
dead.
feet of them.
Sorry?
Just needed to get within 30 feet of them.
Wait, you had a thing for animals?
Yeah,
You've got animal
I've got
friendship.
animal friendship. It
Sorry,
would have worked
I'm
really
looking
well
for
if
my
I hadn't
D6s.
fallen.
Holy shit, slot.
No, it's not. It's not that many.
Because I don't think they even have. I don't think they even get a defense.
It is this many.
Oh,
though.
man.
Fucking hell.
That's dead. I'm out.
All of a sudden,
Oh,
you're
they
looking
do
through
get
the
a
back of the
wisdom
wagon,
save.
and you're like, oh, maybe you're thinking she's so pretty or something, and then black. You hear a massive crunch, and it sounds like one of the wheels of the wagon's broken as it goes like this, and you just see this bloodied body of Furblong. You're unconscious.
Unconscious.
You're not dying.
You know how I said I was sleeping under the wagon?
Are you under the wagon?
I was like, yeah, like.
This wagon slams down right by your feet, and you're like, holy shit, and then you just see this body collapse on the ground next to you of this bloodied Furblong.
Zero.
How could getting a goat go so wrong?
I stay very quiet.
Stealth!
Okay. So we'll say that's your round. You stealthing? You actually need to make a stealth check.
I'm gonna make a stealth check.
Make it
Yeah.
with advantage.
Why did you light that fire?
Good for fun. Narrative.
5.
Thought you were meant to be good. at these
15.
things.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of creature's attracted to fire, whatever it is wrong.
So
Moth.
Evil.
you're hearing
Giant fucking moth.
I think it's just a giant.
I want you to make a death saving throw.
Thanks for not saving me, Kieran.
How do you want me to save you? 1v1 a giant.
7, that's one
If he
fail.
goes away, I'll save you.
If he hits me, I'm dead.
Okay. Let me just check something.
Yeah,
real
maybe-
quick.
Craig shit himself. He's like, oh no, first PC death.
I'm just trying to see what the encounter distance is in the mountains. Okay.
Let me just check my healing spells.
So you
Mister, I'm a cleric, but I don't heal people.
I have one healing spell.
you see
What is
you're
it?
kind of Althea, you're lying like this, like completely straight. Like it's that perfect horror movie moment, except the things like this. So you can see it on one side of the wagon.
I can imagine
and
it.
you're like, and you just see these two massive feet come closer.
3, 5.
I do like the classic horror thing going.
Yeah. And Furblong is bleeding out profusely beside you.
Can I see him?
You can see he's within 5 feet, so you could stick a hand out. It is now. Do you know what? It's now to roll. It's time to roll initiative, to be honest.
Okay, let's roll initiative.
This is fucking bad.
You're
Where'd
unconscious.
you
Why
get
are you
your
rolling
roll in
initiative?
case I wake up?
Yes, yeah. It's because we need to see where he is in the initiative order.
17.
Right, you got
But it also
17.
changes. He wants to roll low because that means he gets to roll the death saving throws later.
Yes.
If I roll a 6, I know what
So-
initiative is.
You're probably if your dexterity's 1, it would be 7.
I'm sure it was like 1 or something.
I'm dead.
I know I was like the only one in the party who had
Very
plus 0 initiative.
Okay.
Yeah, this is.
That's not what you spell giant. That's where it's gonna be. Okay.
I'm blaming you for the death, not joining this party again.
Where are you blaming the death?
Hilarious.
If you'd come mountain climbing, then none of this would have happened.
Although you may have fallen
Yeah,
off the mountain.
all
and
I
died.
wanted to do was not split the party. It's like, oh, I'll stay.
You
And
could've-
then you all ran off. I was like, well, I committed. now.
Wait, am I still exhausted?
Yes.
Should
Well,
I
I-
not
so-
have made that stealth throw at disadvantage?
Yes. Take 15 XP and make a stealth roll at disadvantage.
Does it? If it was meant to be advantage and he's disadvantaged, is it not just?
It's just a
roll?
straight roll. Do you know what? Still take the 15 XP because you reminded me that you were exhausted, and that's an extreme detriment to your character. First initiative.
Has he not had enough of a snooze by now?
No.
No,
It's
because
like
he didn't
an
sleep
hour.
during the day.
So
Wait, what were you doing while we were all?
You've only been away for 2 hours.
You could have snoozed at that time.
So we have one
There's
unconscious
no way. You're an hour away. There's no way, even if you
No.
hear it, you can get in time. I'll say that you can hear it and you can start heading towards it. But this
Okay.
is in the middle of the night.
I'm on 9 health.
And to be fair, I
I'm
don't
on
even
3.
know if you heard a noise like this, you would know. Don't go towards it. Like you have a team of Goliaths.
Yeah, if I
What's
hear
my
a
spell?
giant... Wait, how did you roll the
why
giant?
did actually- how
what
did you roll the
noise?
giant?
What noise specifically can we hear? Just the steps of the
You
giant.
can hear a massive crack, and it sounds like thunder. But
Right,
there's no thunder,
it's
lightning in the
okay.
sky.
I have a plan.
Yeah, I'm at the. Yeah, this is the.
I don't.
You
I have.
hide.
Well, I do have a plan. It involves me dying.
Okay.
Yeah, our
Althea,
Yeah.
it is your turn.
Run away.
Scrolls. Are they actions or bonus actions?
Yeah, maybe one person.
What
can
is the
win.
spell?
Fog cloud.
I believe that would be an action, sir.
Shit.
Let me double check.
I have it and it's an action because it's one of my spells.
Yeah, it would be an action then.
What a useless fucking scroll.
This means you get an extra prepared spell.
That's very true.
That's the benefit of scrolls.
Right.
Has anyone ever actually used a Skyrim scroll? Because I don't think I ever have.
We don't have Skyrim in this universe.
No, I just mean in the vid. I'm not speaking in character. You can tell because I don't have this voice.
I've never played Sky. I played the beginning of Skyrim.
Wait. Can I borrow this?
Like I got bored before I left the execution bit.
The execution bit's pretty boring.
Yeah, went on way too long.
Well, there's a guy just complaining about his problems for ages.
Yeah.
And then it's like, yeah, you're getting executed because fuck it, we're executing you.
I guess if I'd bought the game, I might have put up with it, but I was like, no, I don't.
I really need
Bother
2
with this.
actions.
Yeah, you can't get 2 actions.
I mean, once I level up a bit, if I
Right
survive,
now,
like, it's gonna
right
get
now,
tense.
because of the situation, I'll say using that scroll as a bonus action. Because I can't actually find the rules in regards to scrolls.
Yeah, I can't.
Also, what level is it? It's
It's
a
level 1.
Oh right, yeah. You don't
Lab
even have
scroll.
to make a check to use it.
So
Also, because it's on this spell list, he doesn't have to anyway.
have a pleb
Really.
scroll.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so here's my plan, right? Under the wagon, I'm gonna whip out the scroll, cast the fog spell, which is a big cloud of fog. I'm gonna lean over, touch Furblong, cast.
No one say my race.
Because you says
Furball.
wrong. Cast Cure Wounds
Furball.
on him. But hold on, I don't think I need to touch
I
him.
got it slightly wrong.
I do.
It's FIRBOLG, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna Cure Wounds Furbolg.
Hey!
Victory!
Then I'm going to run like fuck the other way.
Okay, so there's this under the from all of a sudden under the wagon. If you were conscious, it would be really cool. It almost is like a smoke machine. It just goes in a 20-foot radius, which accompanies the drag. How tall is a giant?
Really fucking tall.
I think it's really fucking tall. It might be above the fucking cloud. It's not. It's not above the fog cloud.
It's not they're not 20 foot tall,
Right,
right?
some of them are, but this one's not.
No.
I think this giant's
He's like
way above
19.5
our skill
feet
It's
level.
like you just hear this
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of like guttural.
I didn't see dice being
And they've
rolled.
got
Is this
no
all pure
cloud comes
punishment?
I think he's like, you little
In
fire, you're
companies.
going down.
You can remember where he is, and you can have a rough outline of 5 feet.
Maybe I should have rolled to see to
And you're
remember how
casting Cure
stupid
Wounds.
an idea that
Like
was.
when
Cure Wounds. The
Cure Wounds on him, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
roll
forest
your
people
healing.
Go and do the. Well,
It
he
is
would lights a fire in the middle
1d8
of forest
Plus
either.
your skill, your
Yeah.
modifier.
Plus my
Like, why would you
Which
assume lighting a
is-
random fire anywhere without preparation's a good idea?
Because fires scare off monsters in the forest. Everyone knows this.
Fires also burn down forests.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's why I
what's
decided to set
my-
on fire that wouldn't burn down a forest.
What's my spellcasting ability? Which cards?
It kind of
You
makes
look
sense.
up a spell.
No, you're. It's wisdom.
Is it wisdom? Okay, cool.
I think
Plus
mine
3 then.
doesn't signal.
No.
Dara
What
gets
want to look up?
Entangle.
4 health.
Woo! I'm awake!
So
just D&D fit
yeah, all of a sudden you kind of wake up. You are wrecked. You think your jaw is possibly dislocated. You have a ringing in your ears. Your whole left side of your body aches.
I've got 4 hit
Fine.
points.
Can I
You
change
got
what
4
I'm
hit points.
I'm not. I'm gonna change
So getting
that.
out from under this wagon is going to cost you 20 foot of movement.
I'm not gonna run away. Instead, I'm going to go out further alongside and try and help him
Help him how?
to get up.
So you're going to roll out. You're going to
I
roll
think-
out from outside the wagon.
Yeah, roll out.
So you roll for 5 foot.
Yeah.
You then stand up. Do you stand up, or are you just standing on the ground?
I might stay to the ground until next action.
Okay.
Do I keep the death saving throw? Does that go away?
That goes away.
Yeah, you know.
So
Entangle. First level conjuration. Casting time. 1 action. Range 90 feet.
So I just want to know if it will
Because
affect
like
giant
I'm gonna
concrete
roll
drill.
over, right? And after he like comes conscious, I'm just gonna be like,
Well, they have to take a strength saving throw. Giants are
So you
freaking
kinda
strong.
go. Whoops. You go like.
Also, it's a really cool model.
Okay. So this path kind of goes like this. We'll just say it's very straight. Oh wow! And it just happens to be so conveniently this wide. And like there's the random stairs that he's walked up. He's literally just didn't move. And this is steep shale, and this is not as steep.
We couldn't move the wagon. The
No.
sheep ran off.
And then so
Well,
you kind of
from
roll.
sure,
You kind of
sure,
rolled
why?
out and went like
yeah,
on top of Furblong.
basically,
It is now the stone giant's turn.
we're so fucked.
So fucked.
One of you might.
Can you not drag me?
No, you're like 7 foot fucking tall.
Do a strength check.
The area is
At
heavily-
-1 strength.
And
Yeah.
disadvantage.
And
At disadvantage because I'm fucking exhausted.
Okay, maybe that is.
and are effectively blinded. Okay. So this giant's going to be like. Did any of you speak giant?
Yes, but
Yes.
only partially. I speak
Only-
a dialect.
It's Furblong. Okay. So you hear this thing go like. You can make an intelligence check.
Yeah.
See if you can understand what it is.
Nope.
You don't.
You're fucking blood
And
finding
you're
your ears.
hearing this thumping. Boom, boom, boom. You actually, do you know what? You can't see where he is. You're feeling some thumping around here. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
Surely he's got disadvantage. He's trying to hit us.
No. This is the step. This is so he doesn't crush you while he's walking by.
Oh god.
Do disadvantages compound? Do you
Four?
know? No.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Okay. So you feel a wagon shift Furblong, and then you just go whoop right underneath the wagon. Althea.
Wait, what was your
Why,
disadvantage?
you didn't ask me to roll it, so
No, you got a. Oh wait, you sorry.
Disadvantage.
Roll
You
again.
didn't roll a double.
Oh,
Okay,
five.
so you think I'm gonna get on this. This is so cool. Boom, and then Althea crashes into you. You take 2 bludgeoning damage as a foot lands on top of you, and you hear a.
Oh, now he knows where we
And
are.
all you can see is this knee and this other leg. Furblong is now your
Oh,
turn.
I've got a spell.
Okay, right.
You need to make a concentration check to see if your fog cloud from the scroll is maintained.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm probably good at this.
It is a constitution saving throw you need to make.
So what?
You have failed. Fog cloud disappears.
Sorry, since when? When was the Constitution?
Okay, it's your turn coming up next.
Yeah,
Cast
so
it again from your spell list.
whenever you cast a concentration spell, which like fog cloud is,
Right.
if you take any damage, you need to make a concentration check. Concentration check is 10 or half the damage, whatever is higher. 2 damage halved is 1. 10 is higher. You rolled probably 6 at most. Concentration is lost, fog cloud is gone, the smoke. And you now see what appears to be a very hunched back, bluish figure, very elongated limbs, a big kind of disjointed jaw with sticking out teeth, and not as blue as that, but kind of like almost rocky coloured blue, but it looks very blue in this light, and it's very hunched over. One of its arms is a lot weaker, but one of its arms is quite big, and it's holding what appears to be like some form of tree branch that's very, very thick. And it's like,
me.
oh no, that was rock.
Oh shit.
Which you see lying somewhere. Well, it's probably rolled away. And it's like, and a big bit of drill hits the floor.
Okay, can I use my move action to drag Althea away with me as I run away?
Yes. It is within, it's essentially on top of you. So you're within its range for an attack. of
Opportunity attack.
Can you not?
Fuck.
Is there not a way to move without gear?
You can use your action to disengage and move. I would say if you're trying to drag her, that would be your action.
I'm the next in the initiative order anyway.
Yeah.
So you don't need. I'd just be like, run! I'll catch up.
Okay. Sorry. I'm gonna disengage from my action.
It's half your movement to stand up, and then so you can move 15 feet.
1, 2, 3.
Bonus actions as a druid.
Bonus action. I'm
Do you want to have a look at the
gonna
book?
use healing word.
Okay, very
For myself.
wise.
4, 6 HP.
I'm imagining, I'm just going to say, for the sake of it, you're moving towards this as fast as you can.
Sure.
Sure.
So you're
Isn't
moving.
this like been 10 seconds of
Yes,
combat?
but the thing is, I'm imagining this chase is going to become a chase rather than a full-on combat. So you, that will be different mechanics. Okay. Althea, it is your turn.
How much health have you got? And can you cast fog cloud?
I've got 6. I can cast Fog Cloud. Give me a minute though.
It will never think to chase you down this straight path.
Giants only understand giant, right?
You don't know. Make a knowledge check, or a history check
At disadvantage.
at disadvantage.
Any ability checks?
Oh god damn it!
I-
Go.
No, I don't.
You're not even too sure if this is a giant. You might think it's a troll.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
How much worse can this get? Let's find out.
This is your first step.
I like how we weren't the ones who were trying to split the party and we got punished.
Well, they took still quite a lot of damage.
Yeah.
They didn't make any
Apart
mistake.
from a caraway,
I'm
who's
just flying about. Just
I
watching
It
it.
was you and Michael that decided
doesn't
to split the
hit
party,
me.
and that you very much.
Well, Althea was
wanted-
never going to go, and Michael just decided he was going to go. So it's either leave Althea completely alone, or
The mountains are
Yeah,
dangerous
okay.
place. That's why the Goliaths are so hardy.
They are pretty goddamn hardy.
I'm pretty bad.
Other
at
than
this
this one that can't take a goat.
Hey, this goat's the size of a horse and probably stronger.
That's
Like, I got kicked in the face by the equivalent of a horse down a mountain, and I'm reasonably okay.
oh my god, I have the best idea.
You're
I
not.
can get away here as
I've
long
got
as
9
you
out
get
of 25
you distract
HP.
it for me for a bit.
I can distract it, probably.
And you can get away on your own.
What are you thinking about? Care?
3 out of. Wait,
I'm not the type of
you
person
actually
that
have the
will
highest
use
armor
your.
class.
I will help.
Yeah, I
I
do.
want to help because I don't want you
You
to
have armor.
No, we'll see what
I have
happens.
dexterity.
Oh, I just read your.
You wanted to survive and threw a fucking giant.
It was in the area, and you lit a fucking signal fire. A giant is gonna come over and fucking eat whatever's there, especially this giant.
Oh my god.
Why did you like this?
Because it was funny.
Right, okay, I think I'm gonna stick with the original plan. It seemed to work quite well. So we're gonna cast a new fog cloud from my actual spell list.
Okay.
Like straight down in front of like where we're running. Like basically we're maybe like just in front of Fireblog. So that I can like basically run into it.
Mm-hmm.
They're just focused on a certain point apparently.
Is it? That might mean you can actually cast it like on its head.
No, that's a bad idea because then it'll be able, because once it leaves the area it'll be able to see
No,
us.
I mean it's on its head. It follows its head.
Oh, well that would be handy
Do you
too.
have the light spell?
I do.
Can you?
It's a guidance. It's a cantrip.
Yeah, I'm just trying to read the light spell to see. Let me see. No, never mind. You cast it on its point. We're just gonna say it's on the point in the ground right now. You can't cast it on its head, especially because you never asked me that, so I'm not gonna give it to you.
I'm just gonna cast it in the ground in front of me and run into it,
Okay, so
like just in front of the Fireblog here. Like,
yeah, just mark it down. It's 20-foot radius.
I don't know what 20 feet is.
It's 4 squares.
So,
4x4 squares.
Yeah, 4 on either side.
so 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like there, to like 1, 2, 3,
Okay.
4. Like
Right.
Wait,
That's
is that
cool.
not 40?
It's
Radius.
radius.
Oh, sorry, the radio.
Yeah. Okay, so you cast it and it seems to cover you again.
And then I run like a little girl.
Okay, you stand up and then you start moving.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, so Furblong, you feel Althea kind of pass you and you can have a rough outline of seeing her. It is now the giant's turn.
I like how.
You just can't see what's going on.
Of course.
Um,
I'm gonna go fucking unconscious again, aren't I?
no. You hear wood straining.
Oh.
Get in the wagon!
After a couple of thuds. And ahead of you hear a loud crash.
Fuck's sake.
We had one travel problem, and
Wait,
now we
you
have
know how you
two.
said this road was like is it like that the whole way?
It narrows and widens at points.
Oh, so you couldn't like go off the side.
That you could run down there. That would be difficult terrain, and also it's not as steep, so you don't have to make any like dexterity saving throws or like. But it would be difficult because you're essentially making sure you don't fall down. You could run full pelt if you want, and then I would still make you make a dexterity saving throw to make sure you don't.
Would I have to roll at a
avalanche yourself.
disadvantage?
Everything you do is a disadvantage.
Okay.
You're
is it my go, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is
I'm
my
assuming
go.
this isn't difficult terrain for a mountain goat or a giant mountain goat.
No, but
Giant mountain goats. Can someone like hold on to the back of a giant mountain goat?
but you can't change into a giant goat.
I think I can. It's DO quarter.
Wait,
It's
you could,
no, it's
Oh,
a
it's
half.
a half.
could
you
you
could
say a
change it
regular
to-
goat?
A regular goat.
That is less helpful. I was hoping I could get like Althea to like sit on the back of whatever I change into.
You might
You can change into a riding horse.
I've been telling you this entire time to like just go on about me. So I don't know if you're like listening to me or
I
not.
don't listen to you.
Even
the
though
best of
this thing looks hobbled, like it doesn't look quite right.
Is
You
anyone
know
You
your
think-
wagon?
You still.
I don't have it anymore.
Probably not.
They can't see what's going on because
We heard
there's a new
splintering
fog cloud,
sounds.
and they heard some weird
Well,
noises.
I need to worry about the rock pile up to pull the fucking wagon.
Um,
That's my house. You don't have a fucking house anymore.
You left it behind. I mean, that's what happens.
and
And you go chasing goats.
you can change into the likes of a horse.
Okay.
And although this thing looks hobbled and a bit deformed, you know, giants have a large gait, which means they can move fast.
I am gonna spend my hopefully like be able to like grab like move up to Althea
Mm-hmm.
and turn into a horse. At which point she can realize it's a fucking horse.
I would say you can probably change and like buck underneath her to like
Duck
try and-
under the leg.
yeah, pretty much like try and get her to grab on. For the sake of this, we'll say she does. I'll roll for her. She does. She grabs right on,
Okay.
kind of almost instinctually.
I'm gonna use the full movement action as a fucking horse to
Yeah.
charge away.
So that's a bonus action. No, it's an action. Oh, fuck it.
So
You
actions
move.
need to change.
You move out of the fog cloud. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. As a horse.
I don't know what a fucking horse is.
If I will
You
tell
don't
you
know
right
what yours is
now.
either.
As soon as you come out of the fog cloud, you've got maybe about 10 foot, and there's a ruined wagon in front of you with all its
In front of
all
it's gone thrown. Can I jump it?
Did you not
It's-
realize
yes,
that?
that's what you're doing.
Yeah, I
dexterity
thought that
throw
was
for
clear,
all Kyle's
gonna
worldly belongings are
Way to go.
sprawled
Good,
across.
good.
16. You majestically, so he turned into a horse, and you essentially grabbed around its neck, and
Did
so
I?
you're like, right, I
He
roll
rolled
for
for
you.
Oh.
So you're like flapping along the back of this horse, and you just see this broken wagon, wheel sticking out, and the horse majestically jumps over it. And when it turns around, it has like a weird red nose. and it's just like this big cheesy grin, and it's just like, yeah, I'm just making up character stuff for you now. And yous are like thundering down this pass. Yous have heard all this echo everywhere around these mountains.
We're a team.
Hashtag my wagon is gone.
You don't know.
And your
yet.
goats.
I
And
have a go. I have one go.
I feel so bad because I was so excited for you to have a wagon. It was the only thing I could think it would sensibly do. It essentially walked into it
Yeah, no, that's.
and it picked it up and went, "I'm going to use this to kill these people," and threw it where it thought they were.
You know, we can maybe try and sneak back tomorrow and see what state it's in.
Has anyone got the mending spell?
So you're gunning it as this horse like.
I don't know
You're
if
feeling
Mendy can do that kind of mending.
So you're like feeling the kind of adrenaline course through your veins, the kind of the heat in your like flanks, and you know maybe you used to do this or maybe a few times before you've wild shaped, but it's been very kind of haphazard. Like you feel alive right now. This is amazing. You're speeding through these mountains, and it's just
At
amazing.
some point I see these losers.
Probably after about 10 minutes of super hard riding, and you're now pretty exhausted, and you realize, oh, this is harder than it looks. and you fucking being battered by this horse. Like, you haven't
Slow
taken
down
any
to a
damage,
trot
but you're
now.
like...
It's fine. She doesn't have testicles to ruin.
That's true. But your boobs are very sore from the bashing. Because at no point did you ever let go of holding around the neck of this horse.
It's the problem that you ran into, Craig.
It is. And so you are kind of, you're hearing this noise and you're like, you just fucking know something's going on. So you're running. Nox is having a lot of trouble keeping up, and every now and again you're picking up and running with him because your legs are just so
following
small.
doggedly
Yeah.
along.
Yeah, no, I can just ride with Cliffbite.
Oh yeah, that's true. You're holding on to Cliffbite's horns, and it's almost like the Ewok from fucking Return of the Jedi, or you're like flying as this thing's gunning it, as he's gunning it, and Caraway's fucking everyone's gunning it, and then you see this horse in the distance, and what seems to be Althea riding it.
Wasn't all of our shit in that wagon?
Mine
No.
wasn't because I just have a backpack.
I don't
I don't own any
backpack.
I
stuff.
don't have that much stuff. I just
Yeah.
having a wagon.
You probably had like tents, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
You would have got miscellaneous like
Yeah, like
equipment
random.
from-
Yeah, my random crap was in there.
Yeah, but it's pretty much all your worldly possessions.
Yeah, I don't have much in my worldly possessions.
And
If
apart
I-
from Cliffbiter.
If I'm seeing
Cliffbiters all I have left.
them
If you kill
hurtling
Cliffbiter, my character's going to commit
towards
suicide.
us very fast, I'm gonna try and get the goat to turn around.
You can see it's out there.
Yeah, no, I can see it's out there, and she looks terrified.
Also,
Can
we're
we
going
see the
full
giant?
hell on a horse.
Has it followed us?
I want you to make perception checks.
All of us.
Yes.
6.
15.
16. I think.
11.
Okay.
16.
Okay. For you two guys, you just kind of don't see anything apart from these guys sprinting. All three of you can vaguely make out in the distance what appears to be a tall figure. But it seems to have not really moved after it's seen you sprint away.
Gallop.
Gallop.
Are we within like shouting distance of each other yet?
You don't
Don't
do that.
Also, have you
Talking.
kept up concentration?
Oh, do you want me to roll?
I would say it's been a hard ride. I would say it's been difficult.
12 teen.
Do you not have any constitutions? Oh, you
No.
don't. You have 0. The fog cloud's still there. Not that you can probably see it from this distance.
Although I think after 10 minutes it's worn off.
No, it's up to an hour.
Jeez. Okay.
So, and it doesn't have a range on it. So, or it doesn't say if you move out of range, it disperses. So I'm just assuming it's still there. Might retcon on that later, but whatever.
No, we're holding on to that.
So so you start slowly coming together. Nox, shit, I'm so confused because I'm so pumped after what just happened. Are you going to try and turn the goat? It's moving full speed as well.
I'm not gonna try and like jerk it, but like I'm gonna try and slow it down a bit
Okay.
so it can turn.
I'm basing from your character, so you don't have much use with or much experience
No.
with animals.
No.
I'm making animal handling check, please.
He has the same modifiers I do. External handling.
21.
Okay.
That's what we needed earlier.
You make the goat do whatever you want it to do. So you can get it to slow down and start slowly turning, or you can get it to slow
Skids
down.
to a stop.
Yeah, or it can skid and
And
like start
turn
heading
and
in
go.
the opposite direction.
I'm gonna get it to slow down and stop and wait for them to get here before we move off. I think.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Can I communicate with these guys without shouting?
There's someone that can, but it doesn't matter because no one else can speak Goliath.
Yeah, that's true. I meant like so they weren't close enough to me. No.
Yeah, well, you essentially now meet up. You are close enough that you can talk to each other, and maybe you both kind of slow down.
There's
Next is
a bloody great giant back there. Oh, I didn't get a wink of sleep.
You're alive!
You're just slowly gonna go crazy in sleep deprivation.
A giant. You survived a giant. Oh, this is fantastic news. I hug you.
I look
As you hug her,
I
I'm going
bet
to turn
mad.
back into a furball.
Do
See-
furbolgs normally wear clothes, and
Yes.
are you wearing clothes
Yes.
now?
All my equipment I'm holding is good.
Furball nearly died.
I did die, I think.
You know, I mean, you do look quite bad.
What
still.
happened? It's not. What happened? It's not as if mountain giants are the most stealthy of creatures.
Well, I got a bit distracted.
I mean, they're really tall and they're really loud, and they also
I
do
think
really stinky shit.
from the blood splatter that I saw afterwards, I think it threw a rock at me, but from a distance. And I was a little bit distracted by the way Althea glows in her sleep.
How was the giant able? Wait, there was
you-
that fucking fire, wasn't it?
Make a nature check for me. Anyone can make a nature check to know about giants.
Oh, I got fucking
I don't want
fascination.
to know giants.
19.
Okay. Who has the book?
I do. Oh, I think I get advantage on.
You get advantage.
Still not fun.
Yeah, still.
Okay,
lower.
so both of you
19.
are from the terrain. Stone. It would have been a stone giant. Stone giants are actually surprisingly stealthy in rocky terrain. Something to do with the color of their skin, and they're just natural predators in this area.
Stony giant, stony rock.
My cousin in golf got killed by that.
They are a formidable foe, even for maybe more. Because I've got everyone's name down, I can't remember anyone's name. This is so bad. Thal, you would know that perhaps even if a small group of you, strong Goliaths came across a giant, they might second guess whether or not they actually attack it. And
Yeah.
and a group of giants, no.
Hey, Craig. You know, I'd count that as a successful encounter.
Oh, that was semi-successful.
What
You're
what
alive.
Could have done better.
Not destroyed the wagon.
It wasn't my wagon.
We didn't
Oh
lose it.
yeah.
Noticed it
What
sneaking up on you?
what
Yes.
happened to the wagon?
Well,
Oh,
you
it
see,
was really cool. I think it threw it.
Oh.
yeah, you see, the wagon was the origin of
I
the rock attack.
kneeled down and hugged Cliffbiter.
It was nothing to do with us. The giant crushed it to a rock, and then after it crushed it to a rock, it threw it at us. It's a little bit. It's a bit of a mess.
I mean, at least it means the other goat is less urgent now.
I not just because I feel bad about this scenario, but I like the idea of animal companions if you wish. If that's something that you would like, we can work out some sort of scale for your goat to not be so shit the whole way throughout your existence.
Yes, that would be nice.
So it might gain maybe like a quarter experience when it's around you when you're doing stuff or something.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
On a side, so did you actually get new goat?
It kicked me off I found a goat and it was going well, then it kicked me off a cliff.
Isn't that a whole dishonourable thing amongst you getting beaten up by a goat?
I mean, I'm still alive.
It was pretty impressive.
I mean, I got kicked in the face by a goat
So-
the size of a horse off a cliff,
You
and
know
I'm
the
still
you know
alive.
the mending spell.
I just
Could
fell
we
off.
feasibly use that to fix the wagon?
Does someone actually have the mending spell?
Yes.
Someone
Okay, I
It's
would
part
say
of my
yes,
medallion.
but it would take more time than use half. It would
I
take
think-
like weeks.
I think we should maybe set up on.
I think we
the
should.
single goat for me.
Yeah, I think we should probably get away from the giant and go to sleep.
It's late
Yeah.
at night. Can we please get some sleep
I think-
before I pass out?
Yeah.
You go to sleep. I've got an idea.
You're not on watch. You
why
let a
don't-
giant and one shot you.
Why don't we get another goat and then buy another wagon?
Could you rub that out for
We could buy a goat and fire wagon. I think.
Can you buy goats? What's a goat sales shop look like?
It
How
looks
do you even know
like
what a shop is?
I've been to one. I went to one the first day in town. I bought a whistle. See?
Usually people don't put the goats inside the shops because then they smell like goat shit. So we sell the goats outside. You get them in the cities,
Pass me them.
I think.
Do they sell giant goats in the cities?
There
That-
might be. I probably have to get
I mean,
the
there's
hell
gotta be a
off.
market somewhere that sells them, sure.
A giant goat?
I mean,
Alright.
domesticated. I mean, if it's been domesticated, it'll be for sale. It'll just
You-
probably cost an arm and a leg.
But who would bother domesticating a giant goat top of a giant?
You have done training. That's why you have a wagon in the first
Yeah.
place. Make me some sort of intelligence check for either a history or just whatever. Like
19.
Okay. You do remember that in Halwick, which is kind of one of the major towns on the River Alda, just out of the mountains, that occasionally there's a market. How good are you with the calendar? Probably not that good.
Probably not. I mean, I don't know if giants have their own calendar. Well,
Probably something to do
Goliaths,
with the
yeah.
moons or something,
Yeah.
which is slightly off from the actual calendar.
You know how they've told us all about what happened? Were they actually small goats or were they baby giant goats?
Good question.
Do you know what? Roll a percentile die. If it's above 50, they were.
Who?
Whoever wants to.
They were just regular goats.
They were just regular.
Bruh, bad roll. I
I
want a
know.
baby giant
I wanted
goat.
them to be baby giant goats too.
I was gonna go get one.
I wouldn't mind having one either. I would get several.
Do you know what? We'll make them baby giant goats. Why not?
Then they may have to go kill their mother.
I'm not fighting that goat again. Like, I've learned my lesson. Do not fight a goat on a cliff. That's not gonna go well.
Or at least be above it.
I feel like even if you're
Or
about
maybe lasso it from a distance.
fighting a goat the size of a horse on a cliff is a mistake. That's why I was trying to charm it. Then I rolled a natural
Yeah, actually, you
one.
never tried to fight it, which would have been
No.
a bad choice.
No, I just rolled
Just
a
rolled a
natural
one.
one and then got kicked off a cliff.
So what are you doing?
We're having a night's rest.
Let's have a
suggesting we
sleep.
have a night's rest with a watch.
With a watch.
Okay.
I was on watch.
Debs are not watching.
I-
I got two people on watch at once.
I want someone to make me a survival check to try and find a suitable place to camp.
Sarah.
Someone can assist them. Whoever.
I've got.
Oh, 24
Okay.
Wait, you get +8?
plus 6.
19.
Okay.
No, 22. Sorry. Grab that.
So between the two of you kind of find somewhere that kind of off the way that seems to be relatively
Off the way.
kind of, it seems like a small outcropping, and then when you go closer it actually seems like a small cave. It doesn't seem that there's anything there at the moment. Make a perception check.
Everyone?
Yeah. The mountains are dangerous, man. The mountains are
Natural 1.
14.
Perception 20.
Okay.
Did you roll twice?
15.
Did you roll twice?
Why?
You're exhausted.
You're exhausted.
That's a good point.
Natural one.
3.
14.
14.
I got 15.
15.
7 and plus whatever.
Okay.
10 a bit.
You guys can't hear anything. You guys also can't hear anything.
Cool.
Cool.
I have a bad feeling.
Well, it seems like the best place.
It did seem to be kind of out of the way. Like it was a fortunate kind of struck from you that you actually managed to
I've
find
got
it.
charges on my move earth thing, right?
Don't seal us in the cave.
Can I build a rudimentary wall?
There might
like-
be a bear in the cave.
Wait,
How
how
big is the
this
cave?
So, do you approach the cave?
Yeah.
These are currently maybe about 30 feet away
Oh,
from
sorry,
it.
I misunderstood. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you go towards it. The cave seems to maybe be... It's very... These all have dark vision pretty much. The cave is about 45 foot. It kind of narrows and seems to, it's some sort of borehole, essentially. Let me
Something
see.
bored into the mountain.
Is there a bear in it?
Can I
Don't
throw
smell
a
a bear.
fireball into the cave just in case? Just like
Don't.
No one
Stop,
can-
no!
You
Stop
can
lighting
do-
fires!
You can do whatever you want.
Stop
so you,
lighting
If
fires!
he's
If
doing
you're gonna
that,
stop-
can we have a reaction
if you
check
can
to see
stop
if we
saying
can
stop,
stop
I
it?
won't do it. Like instead of
roll essentially like an initiative off. if Dara gets
Well,
back,
I will my spell lets me conjure it, and it like hovers above my hand, and then I can choose to throw it. So
Okay.
like I would choose, I'll do that, and it'd be like, and then like there'll be plenty of time for him to stop. me.
okay. Do you wish to stop him?
Yes.
No, wait. So now he's gone. It's like throw it as far away from that cave as you possibly can. You fucking idiot.
Wait, no,
But
you
we
can
have
just make it
torches then,
disappear.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean have torches? How
Well,
many
I don't have
torches?
dark vision.
Well,
I think.
Why would we?
Well, you
torch
can
it?
kind of see, but it's hard.
Did you take a torch from the
Actually-
from the wagon when you left?
Like
Yeah,
there's
we'll
a
have a
moon and
backpack.
stars and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can kind of see, but for the people with dark vision, it's pretty much not that different.
Yeah.
For you guys, it's very kind of like you're like squinting a bit and stuff.
Yeah, it's dark, but
Labs.
we're not lighting a torch given it was the
Fine.
freaking fire, your
Turn
pyromaniac
off.
antics that
Turn
brought
off.
this on you in the first
Turn off
place.
the fire.
While you're standing in kind of the mouth of the cave, you can smell a very kind of damp, earthy smell coming from it, and you believe that this may be only about, between 5 and 10 foot entrance. If you wish, you could make a small wall at the front. It might make it hard to see, but no one else in the party saw it apart from you.
I pass out in the closest moss.
So you just go into the mouth. You just go into the cave.
Visit pass out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
Athea
then you can
just-
jump out and eat out there.
You guys can deal with the
Athea
bear. I'm
goes
not
in.
going to sleep.
Athea goes into the cave, and just kind of passes out, seemingly not really.
Dive, come back out. Everything in this world wants to kill us.
Althea is eaten by what turns out.
And
to be a
nothing
monster.
approaches her. There's no noises. There's from what you can see so far.
I'll take first watch and I'll try and get to bite to sleep too.
I'm going to use my rock thing, make a small wall like along the entrance of the cave.
Okay.
Not much fortification, given it's just piling earth from one place to another. But
I
best
will,
I can do.
I will sit at the men, kind of stroking cliff biter. Just hey, it's
So-
cool.
Is it the three of us that have dark vision?
I have dark vision.
I have dark
I
vision.
just
We
don't
do the three
think
on
I have
watch.
dark vision.
Dark vision, motherfuckers.
Oh,
I
you're
don't-
not going on watch.
Even if I wasn't watching, it'd be useless.
Nah, I don't have that.
Alright. Will we still be the three of us on watch?
Okay.
Can I make a fire?
I
Oh,
watch at the moment then.
I'm a wagon master. I can find the best camping position. Is this the best camping position?
This is a pretty good camping position. It's
Cool.
hard to see off the road. I think that mainly applies whenever you have a big wagon, but I'll say it applies to this case as well.
Well, why? Being able to find a good place to camp applies even if you don't have a wagon.
That's true. I will. Yeah, that was me just being harsh. This is a fantastic place to camp. There doesn't seem to be anything inside. Does anyone wish to explore the cave while they're on watch?
Better to
Probably.
go to sleep.
I think, but, well, before I go to sleep, you're on the first watch. I will see, like, if the cave doesn't go very deep, I'm gonna go to the
Okay.
end. I'll go in.
I'll follow you. Just
So you
From a
kind of you
distance.
go further. There's certain rock outcroppings and different things like that there. And the
If
further
I've
you go
been
into the
there.
cave, you stand on something and it kind of snaps broken, and you look
It's a
down
bone.
and it's a small bone.
Okay.
And when you I want you to make a perception check. And whoever are you with them too?
What's my perception? 10.
about 15, 16.
Okay.
Maybe 17.
It's kind of hard to see, but you think you can kind of make out something. Furblong, even though you don't have roll disadvantage because you haven't got dark vision.
Yeah, 17.
Doesn't matter. You can see what appears to be some sort of body. You can't make out a lot of shapes because
Can I
unfortunately,
prod it with my staff? From
well,
a
it's
distance?
it's at the very end of the cave.
Okay.
And you go that close, you can see it's dead. Been dead a long time. All of its gear is rotted or rusted. It seems to be some form of adventure. You can see maybe like rotting kind of leather armor with
Does it have a medallion?
rusted
But
studs.
Nothing ate it, so that means this cave is empty.
And you can see that there's a blade next to it that's fully rusted and packs and everything's just gone. And there's certain bones that have been dragged away. You think maybe some small critters have come in. You rolled above a 15. You hear something. It sounds like a couple of little rocks move.
I immediately go and go and say, "Somebody here. Somebody's here." Conjure fireball.
Why?
So you're asleep. And you're just passed out of the
I'm at
world
the
now.
mouth
You
of the
can't even
cave,
function.
like nuzzling a goat.
So the at the end of it doesn't actually come the whole way out of the cave, which is one of the reasons why this is also a good camping position. But you see light kind of permeate down.
Huh? What are you doing?
Can roll another perception check, and you can roll one as well. Now with light without disadvantage.
Left loads.
15.
Actually, I wouldn't get the advantage anymore. You see what appears to be a snake.
How big a snake?
It's hard to tell because it seems to be coiled in amongst behind the body and also around some rocks and then around some more rocks and then over there and kind of over there. But it's very, very, very skinny for a snake and also kind of like burgundy, which is no snake you know.
Can I roll?
Not burgundy, burgundy
This
is
isn't
wrong.
a snake.
Beige.
Can I
Beige.
roll
This is a
nature
tentacle. This is a
to
tentacle.
see if
Fucking.
I can identify this creature?
Sure.
Well, I for some reason look at a book in the dark.
Mhm.
Anyway.
Well, you've been flicking through the book.
Yeah. What's
Can I roll knowledge nature as well?
16.
Yes.
24.
You know of no creature that is this long and this colour and this skinny.
Is it not just that it can? What about creatures that have tentacles that are this long, this colour, and this skinny?
Not that you know of.
Do you make?
Can
Can
I
I
throw
knows
a
about
rock
this?
Yeah, I'm going to call.
So you throw.
I mean, if you say
well, I'm
something,
gonna
there's a
call
giant
first.
snake. I have a history with snakes.
I think
It's in my freaking name.
we think there might be a snake. We're not really sure, but something.
Snake! Hammer, charge, and hit the
Oh,
thing with
fuck.
my hammer.
So you run down, and you can see what appears to be between like some fallen rocks, this shape of something, and you
It's
go up
gonna
and you
have to be
smash
like
it.
some
I want
holy
you to
tree
roll,
root.
roll and tackle.
Has it ever moved?
What's it used for your tactic
I
modifier
regret
again?
alerting him.
It
It
says the weapon, or is that?
yeah, it should be just
Oh.
your attack.
19.
19. You seem to smack this rope, and it shit.
Yeah. It's a trap.
You smack this thing, and you crack it, and then all of a sudden, like all these little bits of rock fly out, and the body kind of moves a bit, and this thing slithers and starts moving towards the edge of the cave. Do you still have your fire up?
Yeah.
You can see that this appears to be a rope that is moving on its own volition.
Can I try and grab the rope?
Okay.
No.
Make a make a like a grapple check, which would be an athletics check.
Okay, maybe
19.
not.
Yeah, you like before even half this rope is gone, and this is a long rope. You grab hold of it, deftly. Gonna put a bit of fun music on to try and set the mood a little bit better because everyone's still on edge after what happened.
You required sentient rope.
And this rope kind of buckles up and like turns round, and it's okay. It is going to attempt to
Grapple.
grapple you, and it has plus S to hit, which I'm guessing is 5.
Oh, that's lots.
Shit. Where are you? Next. So you kind of try and move out of the way even though you're holding it, but it just starts coiling around your hands.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to be doing any damage, but it's kind of coiling around your hands, and then towards the tip, the other bit's starting to come round now. This is a 60-foot rope. It's coiled around your hands loads, and then the tip kind of comes up like a snake, and it's looking directly at you. And it's like,
Can
it's
I
like
knowledge arcana?
you can.
I think I've got like +3 in that or something.
You can also make anyone.
21.
Anyone can make a knowledge arcana check. For different people, it would be higher.
I mean,
Specifically looking for ways to tame this
I think mine would be very high indeed, so I'm not going to bother.
Okay.
I'm just
Nix
Smoke!
or Caraway.
I was going to say at this point I was distracted by my flaws because I'm talking spirits right now.
Okay.
Because we were resting, and I was going to say that I get distracted by
So
that.
you're just literally sitting there
Yeah,
talking,
so I'm not-
and there's all this stuff happening in the background. And
Yeah.
you're just like,
So I haven't
Anathea's asleep.
really picked up on that yet.
Softly purring or something, whatever women do when they sleep.
One day you'll find out.
One day, Next, are you
I
making
did
a
not
roll?
drown out
Or
with my own snoring.
Doug, are you making a roll?
For what? Sorry.
Arcana.
Sure.
You get advantage.
Oh. This is a creature?
The rope beasts are
20.
in.
Okay. For you, even though you had such a high roll, the DC was really high because you lived in the woods. You have never really seen anything like this before. You're unsure, but it doesn't seem to be threatening. It seems to be like scared, and it only lashed out at him because he grabbed it, and it seems to be its head is like kind of back, and it's like looking back and forth. It doesn't seem to be attacking anyone.
Reach out and pet it.
You certainly can.
Hello.
You know that this is definitely an animated object.
Does that mean it works like an animal?
Animated objects.
Can I cast animal friendship? Is
Depending
essentially my
on
question.
depending on the construct. Essentially, if the magic is good enough, they can emulate intelligence. Sometimes it can be just like it's literally just a servant, and other times it can almost act animal-like, and potentially on the magic or infusion, it can be almost human-like. And you have heard of gear forge type things, perhaps even seen one. But you start petting it.
Yeah.
Where you start petting it, like on his hands, on the head,
Like just on the head, like
So-
it's a snake.
So it's kind of like moving around, and you start petting it, and it's kind of looking at you, and then it kind of like seems to almost like start enjoying it, like almost like rubbing a little bit back.
I'm like,
And
I'm
like,
just gonna put
It's
WTF
so
in
strange
this.
because it's not making any noise, but
It's a
sounds
rope
like
that's acting like a snake.
it sounds like it's like
That's not what snakes are.
yeah, it's like kind of like
Well, yeah.
It's what an animator who worked in a city might think a snake acts like.
Yeah.
But you see the coils of rope, and they are avoiding Thal. They're literally like there's a mass. It's like a sea, and if he moves, it's like tries to find whatever way it can to not be anywhere near him.
Do you want to try and talk to it to see if you can explain?
Come here,
what
come here,
happens?
Rupee. Come here, Rupee.
I want you to make an animal handling check.
I think I
That's-
have good animal handling, but I don't know what it
the
is.
modifier is
Anyway,
whiz.
yeah.
Like, because I got okay, so I got
We'll
these
say
four.
we'll say you've got 5.
18.
Okay, so you're like, come here. It starts unwrapping from Nyx's arms, and it starts like kind of coiling up into like this nice little neat bundle. Apart from this big bit that's kind of coming out of the rope, and it's kind of like essentially kind of almost leaning against your hands, and then
I'm gonna open my pack and be like, "You want to get in?"
it jumps. It literally starts coiling inside the pack as fast as it can.
Good boy.
And then there's this little like kind of nozzle comes out, and it's looking around,
Gonna put
and
the pack on.
it kind of like whenever it sees Thal, it kind of like raises up a little bit, like.
Gonna put the pack on.
You get a pet
got a pet
rope.
rope.
He got a pet rope. I lost everything. He got a pet rope.
I'm sorry.
That's really cute.
It is really
It's
cute.
immune to poison and psychic damage.
Funny that it's a rope.
So it is an animated rope.
At that point, it's like, fuck this, I'm gonna sleep, guys. Just, I'm done. Today's been a shit day.
On the actions, it says +S to hit. It should be +5. It's just clearly because I copied and pasted and clearly just fucked it up a little bit. But you got an animated rope. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be anything of any other use inside this kind of cave system. And I will say,
was preparing for my character death, and now I've got a pet.
Mhm.
This game's a roller coaster.
though the day is not over,
Oh,
I need you to roll a d6, please. Whoever, I don't think Scott has rolled yet. Scott, you roll.
Okay.
Okay. The cave seems to be a very pleasant place to stay, and indeed, nothing seems to come. No giants run by. You've now got a new pet rope, and you've maybe spent a bit of your time playing with it. Althea, you no longer have exhaustion, and you wake up in the morning.
Yes!
To play catch.
Can I
Take
heal?
it back.
Can I heal?
If you have hit dice, someone can expend the use of a healer's kit.
Actually,
and you
I
can
have a
heal
spell
hit
left, so I
dice.
can heal you.
Also, you have feet which you can use.
The
On
heal-
as many people as you want.
Okay.
So you can't just benefit from more ones.
Since he is also injured severely.
Yeah.
So you can heal up as much as you want. Just
So your healing thing is 1d6 plus 6.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, so it's not
So
use a hit
everyone.
die, just d6.
well, that's he's still expending a use. But if you don't get full health, you can also use a hit die as well if you wished.
I mean,
So do
given I have 16 health to gain back, I'll probably end up using a hit
So
die.
if he expends a use, then we can.
But why don't I just heal you as well?
If he has to expend a use per person, and if people wanted to then use their hit dice, one of you would also need to expend a use per whoever wants to use it.
Oh,
dice.
right. I don't care. It'll be down.
d6 plus 6. I get, okay, 6.
It's essentially to try and make healing not as OP as it is in the base game. I know it's a little bit confusing as the more we
So,
play.
yeah,
it'll be-
I'm rolling the
Yeah.
d6, right? I'm rolling the 1d6.
What do you want to do?
I
Heal?
don't know. I assumed it was me that was using the heal on them, so.
Okay,
I'd
yes.
roll in.
Okay, you roll it.
I know everyone rolls their own. That's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah, you roll your own.
Okay, I have, yay, 16
16
health.
uses one use per person.
So 8.
Yeah.
I won't bother
I
looking.
think I
at
have
I
one
need to
spell
be
left. I
healed,
might
that's-
just heal myself.
Uh,
I'll be that guy.
so that's
Yeah, you could wake up.
so what?
Wake up in the night, be like,
and,
heal.
yeah, heal
Good
and then go
sleep.
back to sleep.
What do you get back in terms of spells? for that?
Bard
Oh.
should get back their full spell list.
I didn't actually use. I've not
You
used the
better.
mage hand.
Yeah.
I don't know if that counts as anything. Is that a cantrip?
Oh.
Could you at least send me the Scott?
Uh huh.
Can you remember?
Yeah.
Just while you said that, I'd like you to send me them.
It really
Can you use
weird
cantrips
that
as
it
much
does
as you
it
want?
slots
Yes.
expended, not slots left. to use.
And
And we're back to 0.
The
you
sheet
and
does slots
yous
expended, not
all would
slots
have got
left to use, so when you have your slots,
one
you're at zero.
one hit dice back as well from that rest.
Oh, so we do get a hit dice for
But
free.
that's when you use a healer.
No, you. So you have 2 hit dice, right? If you spend a hit dice, that means you only have 1 hit dice. At the end of a long rest, you get half the number of your hit dice back.
Okay.
So it's a pool. If you take dice away, it comes back at the end of the night.
Is that why I've got 1 written there?
Yes. So now you have 2.
Okay.
Alright, so I will use a hit dice.
I will not, because it's with that spell.
So use the hit dice to heal yourself.
Yes. So you can use. So you have. Say you're a level 4 character.
Yeah.
You have 4 hit dice. Your hit dice are, for most of you, a D8 plus your con. For you, Michael, it's a D12 plus your con. So if you were a level 4 character on a short rest, someone could expend the use of a healer's kit, and you could roll any number of them 4 hit dice. Okay. Say you use 2. Then after that short rest, you adventured some more, took some more damage, and then you had a long rest. That means you only have 2 out of your 4
Yeah.
remaining hit dice. To heal up using hit dice during that long rest, someone needs to again use use of a healer's kit.
So, how many use of healers have we got left? Because you've used
I've
a
got-
few.
No, only one.
Yeah.
Alright, then
I'm gonna change it from 1 per person to 1 per just rest, essentially.
And then
Okay.
you get all your hit dice back.
You get half of your hit dice back at the end of a long rest.
Yeah,
Round
never
it
mind
up
if
or
we use
down?
a pack or
Round-
not, we always get a half a hit dice back.
Yeah. So if you're at 4 out of 4, you're not going to get above that. But if
Yep.
you've used 4 out of 4, you get 2 out of 4 back the next day.
what about people who
But
have
so
1?
when you have 1, does it just go? Does it round up?
It rounds down.
But
So
that means if
then
I
you
use
never
my one
get-
hit
you
dice,
never
I
get a hit
get
die
No,
hit dice
again.
back.
if you're at level 1,
Yeah.
you always get 1.
Okay.
Sorry.
And level 2, how many do you have?
1.
You get
always
one.
get one.
At level 3, you get 1. Because it's half your hit dice rounded down.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
No, I
So,
mean like,
it's
so
half your
for
hit
each
dice
level you have
rounded
extra
one,
hit die.
Yes.
Oh, I haven't kept
Except
track
in
of
the
that
case
at
of
all.
Sorry.
level 1.
Sorry. Yeah. You have a number of hit die equal to your level.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
2.
And we
Well,
will say if someone wants to heal,
Yes, I do.
or no matter how many people want to heal during a short or long rest, it's just 1 use of a healer's kit.
So I'm going to use a healer's kit then?
So people did,
Oh.
but for you, your specific ability,
Yay,
you have the expanded
3
charge.
health.
So it means like if you wanted to do your feat on you, Michael, Doug, Dara, and Kier, it would be 5 uses.
Okay.
I have
Am I doing
19
that?
full
I
hit
don't know
points.
what's
No,
happening.
No,
it's not
You're
necessary.
not
You
doing
just
it.
used it on Michael, I
You
think.
just
Okay.
I now have 19
So,
hit points.
So
It goes to sleep.
it is a little bit early. Well, it's not that much early, but I think it's a good place to call it
Yeah.
because you're going to have to again travel out of the mountains. So
You mean we have to get a goat and then get a wagon and then leave the mountain?
This is the most disastrous
We're done.
session.
I apologise, Michael, in regards to the butchering of your
I
backstory.
like that there's nothing. I mean, other than the rope, we got nothing positive out of that. That's
You
great.
would have got experience.
Do you want to experience now, or do you want to just put it
I
down?
will calculate it and send it to you.
We had a very successful encounter with a rope.
Yes,
Yay!
we did.
You did have a successful encounter. That was a very easy encounter because I just wanted to give you the ropes, pretty much.
Dara and I a very successful encounter, which got us lots of XP. I think that's enough to level.
Oh,
really.
Oh, yeah.
Surviving is success. I
Okay, yeah,
suppose.
because you would actually gain different XP
Yep.
because you weren't there during the stone giant and you weren't there for the goat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or the-
Although both of those were fairly unsuccessful.
Nah, I think Dara and I were successful.
We
I
survived.
mean, we got away, and you survived falling down the hill.
Yeah.
You survived, but it's on the scale
Is that
of
your
successful. It's pretty still fucking low.
Good night and goodbye.